Guys, what is going on? It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys, man. Here we are. Guys, it's Tuesday. I think it is, right? I hope you guys' week is going good. I hope that everything is going well. And guys, this whole dating scene is totally cooked. Because I don't know why any person in their right mind would date in the West. Guys, why would anyone? Guys, you have to be adult, a moron, an idiot, a goof, right?
Beta male.
To actually walk up to one of these chicks in the West and ask her out. Why would you do such a stupid thing? You know what I'm saying? What a joke. Hold on. One second. But it's funny because there's been 2-3 generations now that of women telling men, "Oh, you're creeps. Don't talk to us." Right? In the same breath, they're like, "Oh, none of the men are approaching us." What an absolute joke! What an absolute joke, guys. They're like children, It's absolutely insane. Hold on, guys. Let's do this one thing here. And then we'll break some news. Okay. So, guys, let's break some news really fast. Guys, I dropped the link for anyone who wants to come on up. Keyshawn, what's up, dude? He's good. Good to see you. Steve, what's going on? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Right on, my friend.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Ray's Eyes here. Good to see you, my friend. Longtime supporter of the channel. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Steve says that the juice is not worth the squeeze. Facts. Yorgi's here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Guys, is my sound okay? You guys hear the sound effects and everything? Let me double check my sound here. Hold on. That looks good. Then I will go to here and make sure that's correct. Audio. Okay. I think we should be good, right? Yorgi, what's up, dude? Rebecca, how you doing? Kathleen's here. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you guys. Neon, what's up, man? All right, someone says sound is fine. Yes. Okay, now guys, let's break some news here. All right, we have a couple different news stories. Hold on, guys. Let's do this here. YouTube. Okay. Check this out.
Officials.
Hey, Colin.
What's up?
It says Frederick County investigates mail carrier resident fight caught on video. What do you think these two dunderheads look like?
EB Tisha and Shaniqua.
Here we go.
In Frederick County, investigating an altercation caught on video between a U.S. postal worker and a resident involving a dog.
Our chief legal correspondent, Katie Barlow, has been digging into this story. She's live in Frederick tonight with what she's learned. Katie?
Well, we spoke to the dog owner who you can see in the video there, and they want to press charges against the U.S. postal worker who was involved in that altercation. We can confirm the state's attorney's office is looking into the incident. It happened here in the Amber Meadows neighborhood off of U.S. Route 15 in Frederick. And police responded to this call for a disturbance that happened last Friday, and they found that a U.S. postal mail carrier was involved. You can see the whole thing play out on tape as it was recorded from a neighbor's vantage point.
Oh about this.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
Oh, look at that! She gave her the Apollo Creed and knocked her down. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, why would you do that?
You can see the postal worker appears fearful of the dog running toward her. The family says the dog is a 7-month-old puppy that did not hurt or bite the postal worker. They want to press charges against her for assault. Frederick police confirmed that there was no dog bite, but that an altercation occurred between 2 adults following the incident. They notified animal control, who did not take any enforcement action because there was no dog bite. Police say USPS is handling the matter with their employee, and both parties were referred to the district court commissioner for second-degree assault.
Yo,
I intended to help pick up the mail to help her.
What the?
Hey, homegirl's got a right hand, because do you see she got the dog and then Glocktavia, the postal worker, hit her.
Yeah.
Hit her after the fact. So she said bop and just knocked her down. Guys, this is why you don't go around messing with people, right?
But she continuously hit me, so I had no other choice. So, I mean, I hit her. She fell.
Yes, you had the smoke detector in the back.
Yeah.
And she got up and was like, I'm calling the police on you. So I said, okay. I sat and waited.
About how many times did she hit you think?
Quite a few. More than twice. So I'm like, okay, that's enough.
And your arm injuries from her hitting you or from you defending yourself, or both?
I have no idea.
The family says that the postal worker called an ambulance and then left in that ambulance on Friday after the incident. We've reached out to the
Probably got her jaw broken. Damn.
state's attorney's office for a charging decision.
All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna go down the stories here if we can, guys. We have some absolute bangers. Watch.
A deadly encounter in the drive-thru.
The lady, she died inside the car.
A Metro East convenience store is back open tonight, less than 24 hours after a state trooper shot and killed a woman.
Damn.
State police say troopers were on the hunt for a stolen car. Good evening. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. This all happened late last night, just feet away from East St. Louis High School and their campus. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon is just back from that scene, speaking with store workers who were there when this all went down. Brent?
That's right, guys. Police have just identified the woman who lost her life here. That's 40-year-old Rachel Terrence. Witnesses who saw the violence unfold say it was a tragic end for a customer they're very familiar with. The OG Super Rainbow store transformed into a crime scene late.
The OG Super Rainbow store? What?
Sunday night, as Illinois troopers tried to stop a stolen car.
The police, they shut the whole store down last night. We didn't hear yourself from nobody until 10 o'clock.
It was just after 10 p.m. I'm told Rachel Terrence was in the drive-thru. Illinois State Police say as troopers moved in, Terrence put the car in reverse, striking a state squad car.
Look at that.
Hit the police car. Hit the police car. Sure. Hit the police car. Try to run away, you know.
Investigators say she then headed in the direction of a trooper. That trooper fired his weapon, striking the 40-year-old who lived in Maryville. Store workers believe she was trying to speed away when she pressed the gas.
They was following her. They were blocking her. She trying to run away. She was like blocked out.
Troopers say they immediately rendered medical aid until an ambulance arrived.
They turned her into Swiss cheese.
But it wouldn't save her life. She died at the hospital. Workers here at the OG Super Rainbow store tell me that Terrence was a familiar face. They knew her. She would often come in to buy snacks for her young child.
Of course, you guys know she was a B-dub, right? Of course,
yeah.
Had to be. Guys, here we go.
A Detroit bus driver and her supervisor left a running city bus for a romantic rendezvous, leaving riders stuck and frustrated. This was just one of the issues uncovered in a new report from the Detroit Inspector General. The report says the two were caught being romantic during work hours multiple times, causing long delays. Noel Friel.
You guys want to guess what this bus driver looks like? Yeah, 304 in the workplace.
Spoke with city leaders tonight in Noel. This report claims management failed to investigate.
Damn, she can get it. How you doing?
Yeah.
Look at that. How you doing?
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
This properly.
Yeah, that's right, Kimberly. The Office of Inspector General found that supervisor and employee were having what it called romantic interactions both on the city bus and during working hours. But the even bigger problem, according to this report, is what happened after that relationship was discovered. It started with an anonymous complaint back in June alleging that a senior transportation service inspector, Andre Reese, and bus driver Dana Ruff engaged in indecent.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Do we even have to guess? Come on, thank you, Tim. Tim says no surprises. Look at that.
An activity on a city bus. An investigation by the Office of Inspector General uncovered video footage from May 6th showing the two fondling each other on a bus. It found Reese then reported an unsubstantiated mechanical issue with the bus, took the bus out of commission, and took Ruff to a fast food restaurant, disrupting service for 100.
You said the bus was broken just so he could take this broad he's banging to McDonald's.
115 minutes. On May 20th, it says Reese and Ruff again met up multiple times during Ruff's route and at one point abandoned the bus while it was still running. That day, DDOT received a complaint via a customer assistance form about the abandoned bus, but Inspector General Kamal Marable says leadership didn't investigate it properly.
We found out that the supervisors who were responsible for dealing with this type of issue were very lenient in their response to it.
DDOT Superintendent Howard Bragg classified their actions as a Class 4 offense, which would normally be punishable by a 30-day suspension followed by termination. Instead, he gave them both 5-day suspensions.
Look at that.
Marable says he never reviewed the video footage of the two inside the bus.
For some reason, this individual only chose to review the footage basically from outside of the bus and not the full interaction. So we found that very problematic.
The Office of the Inspector General is now recommending discipline.
Guys, please hit the like button on the way in, I'd appreciate that.
For Bragg and the DDOT Assistant Director, additional consequences for Reese and Ruff, as well as policy reform and enhanced training for DDOT leadership.
The real victims in this were the citizens who were waiting on buses that did not come on time because you had individuals who did not take their job and their responsibility seriously.
And in a statement, Executive Director of Transit Robert Kramer said DDOT is already implementing some of those recommendations, saying in part.
Yeah, right. Now, guys, we'll get into the topic here because I want to show you guys two of the most incompetent ponytail patrols that I've ever seen in my entire life. Guys, we are starting off the new year with a bang here. Colin, dude, what do we always say about the ponytail patrol?
Useless.
Yes, guys. Buckle in for this. Matter of fact, here, let's do this a little bit early here. Right, hold on.
That's the sound of the police.
Guys, check this out. Guys, okay. Just watch, okay? So, guys. So this guy here has a box cutter, right?
Okay.
And Ponytail Patrol 1 and Ponytail Patrol number 2 are trying to de-escalate, right? Now, guys, watch how incompetent these cops are. Watch.
Sir, drop it. Drop the weapon. Drop it, please. Drop the weapon now. I'm gonna tase you. Drop the weapon. Drop it now. Drop the weapon. Sir, back up now. Drop it. Move back.
Now, hey, guys. Do they have any control in the situation at all?
No.
Have you noticed that this civilian is standing between the cops and the perpetrator? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And they have their guns out.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him, my son. Move back. Move back. Drop now. I got one more second on location. Drop the weapon. Look back. Did you call? Can I get one?
Guys, look. Okay. They step back and they retreat and let this civilian do their job, basically. Then this door is open here. Guys, look at this.
Sector here. One on there. Drop the weapon. No, drop it. Drop the weapon now.
Look at that. Look at that.
Drop it. Sir, drop the weapon now. What? Come this way. I'm gonna shoot him. I told you to back up. Back up now. Back up now. You are making problem. No, back up.
Ma'am, this guy.
To move back.
No control at all. And now she tases him. Look at that, guys. Look, and guys, look, bottom of the screen. Look at this. This chick's nails. Look at this. Now, here's the other angle. Watch.
Sir, go over there. Go. Drop it. Drop it now. Drop it. Sir, back up. Drop it. Drop it now. Back up now. Back up now. Drop it. Back up. I'm gonna tase him. Back up. One boy. Drop now. No. Did you call?
And then she turns her back. This chick is hiding. Dude's got a knife, not a gun, right?
Yeah.
This chick turns her back to a gun. Look at this. And all right.
Drop it now. Drop it. Drop it. Sir, let go of it. Drop it. I'm gonna shoot him. No. Look at that.
Look at this cop. She's 400 pounds, weave in her hair, nails. Is this not the most pathetic thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
Yeah.
Look at how pathetic this is.
I told you to back up. Tell you to back up now. Now you are making problem. No, back up.
Look at that, guys. Guys, what do you think? Guys, I want you to sum up the situation here in like a sentence or two. What an absolute joke. Someone says, imagine needing the police and these two incompetent morons show up. Someone says, seriously, you took what I was thinking but beat me to the punch. Look at that. Someone says 100% buffoonery. Look at that. Someone says largest and worst department. It's so sad to see what it's become. Someone says these cops have had zero control of the situation. Total incompetence. Someone says so a finger on the trigger, acrylic nails and all, pointing her gun directly at her partner's back. Both these officers need to quit. Facts. Look at that. Someone says terribly managed by those officers. Not enough authority in their behavior and instructions. Why was the other person not removed? Someone says, to be honest, he was the only one who was willing to disarm the suspect. Facts! What a joke! Worst policing that I've seen in a while. Someone says, holy ish, the amount of flagging and crossfire that happened was insane. Someone says, how do these women ever be officers, let alone get partnered together? What a mess. Look at this. What a joke, guys. What an absolute joke.
Does
And they get
anybody know?
paid as much as their male counterparts. What were you saying?
Oh, does anybody know if Nug Nug survived?
Oh, does anyone care? All right, guys.
Yeah, okay. You got to get me on that one.
Let's start with this, guys. Here's some data here. Okay, guys, I want you to put a yes. Put a 1 if you agree with me, right? That a man would have to be an absolute moron to approach a woman in public these days. Guys, you have to be an idiot just date women in the West, period. But actually go out to a bar and walk up to a chick and run game, these idiots say. Why would you do such a stupid thing? Why? Absolutely insane. Okay, guys, Chris Williamson, he's a YouTuber and stuff, but he said men trying to approach women is a minefield. 55% of single men 18 to 30 say they haven't approached a woman in the last year. Guys, this is from 2023. 77% of 18 to 30-year-old women say that they wish that they were approached more. Look at that. At 41 plus, the trend flips, and 55% of women said that they don't want to be approached. Yeah, as if they have here, guys, this only flips because only Nug and Gavin approached 41-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50% of men they report not wanting to approach chicks for fear of being seen as creepy or predatory. 17% of Americans ages 18 to 29 believe that a man inviting a woman out for a drink always or usually constitutes sexual harassment. Look at that. Come on, guys. We have 89 people watching, guys. Let's get the likes up, please. Someone says 82% of women they reported experiencing creepy behavior sometimes, or often, or constantly. This is a difficult circle to square. So women face a dilemma. They're scared for their safety, but also have a preference for men making the first move. Men face a dilemma. They're terrified of being seen as creepy, but also know that if they don't approach women, so the conversation won't start. Why then do online columns push such a vehement anti-approach ideology? My hypothesis is, 1, it's too dangerous to encourage it in case that the reader gets attacked. And 2, it's mostly 41-year-old plus women who are in charge of publishing and female-led media, and they promote a narrative discouraging men from approaching these chicks because that's not what they desire. So without realizing that younger women want it more. No, they don't want the younger women to win, right, guys? Guys, put a 1 if you agree that 40-year-old and 50-year-old chicks, they can't stand it when they actually see 20-year-olds and early 30-year-old chicks winning and not making the same mistakes that they make. You guys think that a 45-year-old cat lady wants some 25-year-old chick to actually find a good older guy who's probably like 31, 32, 35, ready to settle down, has some money? You know what I'm saying? No, they want the 35-year-old, 45-year-old guys to themselves, or They didn't want anyone to approach anyone at all. You know, Colin, what do you think?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Look at that, guys.
I mean, it's the whole basis of feminism, right? It's well, back in the day, it was a small group of women that were just bitter, angry.
Yep.
And their mission in life was to make sure that all other women would end up, bitter, angry, alone.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. And guys, once again, this is a survival thing, or so that women think. They think that if they're the only ones out there, if they can somehow, guys, instead of actually going out there as a 40-year-old chick and overperforming in femininity, right, and showing men your interest and all this other stuff, guys, they think that that's competition. I mean, they think that giving women the wrong advice, that's competition, and not actually trying to outcompete other chicks, you know? And Steve said it the best, yeah. Who dislikes women? So the most other women. Facts. Absolute facts, right? And guys, how many times have we seen these chicks get pissed off at the very idea of age gap dating? The very idea of a guy who's my age, Colin's age, right? Who's finally successful, who might want to get married, finding like a 28-year-old who's not all bitter and jaded, or a 25-year-old who's not all bitter and jaded and pissed off and stuff. Already has a bunch of bastard kids and dogs and alcohol addiction, you know? Like, why would any guy not want to find a younger chick that he can mold to his needs, right? This is like, guys, the same argument that they make against age gap dating is the same argument they make against passport bros. Oh, they just want to get these ignorant Eastern women that they can manipulate and blah, 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 because they're not smart enough to understand that they're being victimized. Well, they say the same thing about young women. Oh, these 25-year-old chicks, even though they're adults, obviously older men can just manipulate them. What are you talking about? God, and then my favorite argument, Colin, what would a 43-year-old man, like a 28-year-old chick, have to talk about in common? They're not supposed to be best friends. If a husband's looking for a wife, what does that big of an age gap have to do with anything? I don't understand. She's 25, 28. He's 40. As far as building a life and making kids, what does that have to do with anything? They just hate. They hate and hate and hate. This guy says all men need to do to avoid being seen as creepy or predatory when approaching is just follow the simple golden rule. Be extremely good looking, jacked, and tall. And it's true. It's true. Look at that. Now, guys, let's go here. Check this out. Here we go.
Why don't women typically approach men?
I feel like if a woman is confident enough and she feels like she looks really good right then and there, and she's not, maybe she would definitely go and approach somebody.
If a woman chooses to approach a man and shoot her shot, is she more or less likely to be rejected than if the man approaches a woman?
I feel like men are more likely to be rejected. Yeah.
So why do you think that women fear rejection when they're far less likely to be rejected?
That's a
Look at
really
her,
good
like,
question.
beam across. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good question, isn't it, guys?
Yep.
Right? But guys, do you think that she's going to give anything that resembles a decent answer to this question? Of course not.
Because women are just more sensitive. They have more feelings into it. I feel like men, they're used to being rejected. They're used to being turned down. But women
Just treated like garbage.
When they get rejected, they feel it more personally. Yeah.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
In the days currently on the planet, there is no one with more audacity and gall and confidence than the men right now. I'm telling you, they need to package it up and sell that. That would save the economy, because 2 instances this week that are mind-blowing for me. One, because they just happened like back to back.
Now, guys, she's a B-dub. I don't know this crap.
She's a
but-
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah. Watch this,
archetype
guys.
of B-dub.
Okay. So you guys remember there was a New York Post article that dropped in the summer, and it's like men aren't approaching chicks anymore, and it was all over TikTok. You know, guys, I'm old enough to remember. I think Colin is too. Guys, there was no online dating, right? There was, people didn't really meet on the internet. So, in college places, high school, you would go to house parties. You just meet chicks around. And guys, you guys know what nuclear rejection is? Snowboard?
No.
That's when girls just straight up, like, you go over there and talk to them, and it's a B-dub thing. That's how it started with, oh no, you didn't. And then they just disrespect you, and everyone laughs. That's called the nuclear rejection. That started in the Black community, right? If you watch a lot of movies in the 90s that were predominantly Black, and then it actually spread out to mainstream society. So that's why I always say us Blacks are the canary in the coal mine, because what happens to us first happens to you guys. Guys, we have 135 people watching, guys.
Nice.
We have 55 likes, guys. Please, let's try and hit 100 likes quick. Guys, hit that super chat button. I really appreciate that. And guys, make an announcement. Guys, so for the next couple of weeks, guys, there will not be Tuesday night lives and Thursday night lives, guys. I'm gonna go live Monday through Friday from now on at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's Monday through Friday, 5 p.m.
Nice.
And then the Sunday lives will be at 9 p.m. still. That'll be the only nighttime live. So guys, I'll be doing the same number of lives during the week, but they'll all be daytime lives from now on, because that does seem to get a lot more viewers and a newer crowd also. So guys, make sure to tune in. And I'm also going to start scheduling lives farther out so you guys can see the topics and all that other stuff. So yeah, but guys, now it's like a sport for chicks to disrespect men that show them interest. And guys, I don't know if I showed you this, but I'm posting a video soon of this chick who's on the Whatever podcast, and they were on Tinder. She said no to 100 guys straight. 100 guys. No. And the only reason why she was doing that is because there was other chicks watching, and it's because she was being watched. So her ego, she had to make it seem like she's the bee's knees, So yeah, guys. So men aren't approaching chicks anymore. How do you feel? Now the article's behind a paywall, and I just don't care. But look at this. This person here says, honestly, I've always preferred not being approached because the guys who happen to be where I happen to be were never my type. Met my person on a dating app. As for those who do want to be approached, I have a couple things on this. First, some men see posts where women don't like being approached in certain places because it's not appropriate, and take it as they don't want to be approached at all. Either that or they're doing it wrong and come across as creepy. That being said, so women who complain about not being approached could give approaching a shot themselves, please, as if that's ever gonna happen.
Right. You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Kroll, hey, what's up, dude? Guys, Kroll makes a good point. He says 304s are a financial burden. No thanks. They offer nothing. Keeping my cash. Hey, Kroll, guys in the chat, yes or no? Have you heard this stupid statistic where they're like, well, married men earn more over a lifetime? They have to earn more because they have mouths to feed, you absolute moron. What are you talking about?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
What's the point of earning more if you got to pay health insurance for these knuckleheaded kids, your wife's taking all your money and she's spending it on stupid stuff. You get divorced, right? What if you were a guy making $80K and another guy made 120K, and then you make it to my age and Colin's age, the 80K guy's gonna have more money.
Yeah.
Because it's more likely that the 120K guy's gonna get divorced and get cooked.
The part they always conveniently leave out is that the married man who has to make a lot more money also has far less savings. I mean, look, we're seeing this now with the boomer generation. I don't know if you guys have ever heard some of the stats on the boomers, but they say that a little over 50% of all boomers have absolutely no retirement savings.
Yeah, good.
And of the other 50% who do have some savings, only 30% have roughly 100,000 or more. And in this day and age, in retirement age, with all the medical healthcare expenses, dude, $100,000, that's basically for an old married couple. Most of the time, that's not even 2 years worth of living expenses, dude.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Cooked. It doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Hold on. 1 second, guys. I gotta do one thing. Yeah, let's go here. So this person says, it's 2025. You can approach him. Truth is, a lot of women, myself included, can get creeped out by strange men trying to chat them up out of nowhere. You never know someone's intentions, and it can be intimidating if you're alone. If you want to socialize, go to social places like public game nights, meet and greets, and other types of stuff, and chat up dudes there. So rejection is scary for everyone, and you're capable of getting a conversation going. And of course, not gonna lie, I think this type of men need to approach women BS is part of the gross gender roles nonsense that we need to bury if we want real equality. That's never hold on. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. Guys, we've been getting rejected since second grade, where we gave a little girl our Valentine. Do you like me? Yes or no? With the checkbox. And then she checked no and then showed all of her friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guys, that is what us men have been going through. And these women want, guys, someone's clicking like a mouse or something. I don't know what it is, but just mute. Okay. Guys, women want all the privileges of equality, all the benefits, but none of the cost. You know, absolutely insane. Look at this. So she says, I realized when I was younger that the men who approached me were never someone that I'd be interested in dating, or I felt compelled to be nice, even if I wasn't interested. Being rude seemed dangerous. I realized that if I wanted to date certain men, I needed to approach them, so I did. Yeah, right.
My detective determined that was a lie.
Come on. This guy says, it's funny how girls get creeped out, quote unquote, by strange men trying to talk to them, but those same girls don't think that they're being creepy themselves when they talk to strange men. What a joke, guys. Now, guys, of course. Snowboard, you were saying?
Yeah, you won't see them take that action of them doing that true equality thing, because that costs no money, and that would be a thing, that would make it, more equal with these roles. But it'll never happen, and that doesn't cost anything. And it's something they could do right away. They could have been doing that years ago. It will never happen.
Yep, that's true.
And I wanted to say, I didn't know what that nuclear shaming thing was, but the first thing that came to mind is, remember in The Nutty Professor, when Dave Chappelle is like, he's the comedian, he's just clowning on the fat guy for like 5 minutes. Like, that's what the average woman will do to the guy. They'll just start like making fun of him and like really being pretty nasty sometimes in front of her friends too.
Well, they only do that when they're with their friends.
Yeah.
Because I remember, you know, back when I was in high school, we used to go to the mall or to get with the gallery, and we, you know, would sit in the food court or, you know, edge as the girls are coming down the escalators and just talk to girls and try to holler at them. And, you know, for the most part, you know, they just, you know, either smile, keep going, or just ignore. And I think in all my years, I've only had one chick get out of pocket and just get rude for no reason, but it was her and, you know, a pack of her hyenas.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, women used to go out by themselves to meet men. Like they would go to the bar by themselves. And once again, guys never ever, well, don't approach women, period, but especially don't do it with your friends around. Because you could be Giga Chad, and these chicks are gonna get so pissed off that you chose to talk to that one and not the rest of them that you're gonna get cooked, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing: when chicks do try and approach men, they're so bad at it. It's horrible, guys. Watch this.
From a guy's perspective, is it weird if a girl were to approach you and be like, "Hey, I think you're really attractive. Like, my name is so and so."
Now, guys, I would think that it was a prank or that it was like a TikTok video that they were trying to make.
Yep.
Think about it, guys. Put in this chat right now what you would think. The first thing you would think if a decent-looking chick came up to you and said, "Hi, I think you're attractive. What's your name?"
I'm looking for the tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. Where'd your car break down?
Yeah. Hold on. Lil 213 says, guys, women have not come to a genuine realization about needing men at all. They'll always think that they don't need men. Don't fall for the lies. But guys, this is why I would say men mind your own business. The only way that they're going to realize that they need these guys is if we check out. If someone's taking something for granted, guys, you always take it away from them. Women take men for granted. Guys, if you see a woman struggling to pick up something at Home Depot, guys, walk right past her. If you see a chick that's broken down on the side of the road, guys, keep on driving. Yep. If you see Nug going upside some chick's head, guys, keep walking. Yep. Don't help them. Don't look at them. Don't engage them. Don't hold the door. Don't give up your seat. Don't let them cut in line. Don't let them. If there's something at the store, like the last, I don't know, thing of Swiss cheese, you see her reaching for it. It's mine.
Angie, why you put
you
why
LeBron
you put
James
me
it from her?
Why you put me on blast? I'm guilty of all the above. Why you put me on blast?
These are not Fuji apples. You get out of my way. Wrong with you?
Because I was that guy. I was that guy that would pull over and change a woman's flat. I was that guy who, you know, that chick, you know, not have enough money at the grocery store.
But secret.
Yeah, I was that guy.
All of us were, though.
Okay.
Here's the thing, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Us men, our nature is selflessness. Women's nature is selfishness. Because we are naturally selfless. That's why, guys, red pill, MGTOW, all that stuff is contrary to our nature. But guys, it's gotten so bad that we have to go against our own nature now for the sake of our survival. Guys, you think that it doesn't hurt my heart to actually step over some broad who got knocked out by freaking Nug? You know what I'm saying? Guys, honestly, it hurts my heart. You know what I'm saying? But guys, you guys ever watch on like Tom and Jerry or Bugs Bunny when the little angel guy and the devil guy like appear on their shoulder, you know, and give them guys, Guys, a little angel guy, he appears. And it's like, don't worry about it. This isn't your problem. It's not your fight. They made their bed and they can sleep. And guys, you guys remember? I think this is right when Snowboard and Secret first joined the channel. Do you guys remember we did that live stream about DV? And that's where this guy came in. Would you do it again?
Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Hell yeah. Because that could be my mother, my sister, anybody else.
Yes, remember him? If we looked at the story in Houston of that nug going upside Glocktavia's head at the gas station, and then that one guy goes, "Hey man, leave her alone.
Here I come to save the day."
And what happened? Nug pulls out a gun, takes homeboy out, and what does Glocktavia do? Jumps in the car with Nug, and they take off. Left the guy bleeding out in the street. Guys, you cannot get involved in any of this stuff. You cannot, guys. The last thing that you need, because then, guys, let's just say that you're dumb enough to swoop in, right? You know?
Here I come to save the day.
You could end up like homeboy on the subway train. Penny, Daniel Penny.
Yeah, yep.
You know, getting sued, getting dragged through the mud. That guy's a hero. I don't care what anyone says. He did the right thing, and he got arrested, sent to jail, his life ruined. Absolutely insane.
Because today I seen these two gentlemen. They came in the coffee shop as I was working, and they were very attractive men, and we made eye contact and all of that. But I didn't know if like it would be weird if I went up to them and would have been like, "Hey, like I think you're really cute." Like is that would you guys appreciate that? I don't know.
Why don't you try it and find out?
Women should be approaching men in this climate. Why? Because people and men tend to come off creepy when they're trying to initiate conversation with women that they're attracted to and interested in, right? And it's oftentimes uninvited and unwanted by women. So let's flip the script here, shall we? Let's have the women opening the door and approaching men and then allowing them to pursue once that door and that invitation has been opened. Does that make sense to y'all? Because that just makes sense to me.
Let's test that theory.
I matched with this hottie on Hinge. I say, "Where's our first date?" I shoot him a shot, right? He says, "You tell me." I say, "You can't Uno reverse card me."
Yes, you can, because now she's being treated like a dude. Guys, this guy must be like Emperor Chad. You know what I'm saying? He must be Darth Chadius. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight up, because he's used to chicks coming at him like dudes. Guys, here. Sweet Auntie, what's going on, my friend? I think Sweet Auntie got back to me on Discord. Sweet Auntie Kathleen and Red Door, hit me up on Discord or on email, and then I can plan a panel to have you guys on. We'll talk about feminism. But guys, why do these chicks who say guys say these creepy lines are so audacious? Guys, why do these guys do such things?
Because they work.
Thank you very much. I guarantee this Uno reverse card didn't work on her. And guys, let's be honest. Yes, it did. He piped her down after this.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Yeah. Well, guys, there's 1,000 other chicks it worked on. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like she's special, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You know, you might think it's corny, but I'm saying, look. As long as I have a face, you'll have a place to sit. And yeah, she acted all offended. Yeah, I can't tell you no time. I said some off the cuff stuff, and I remember I was at this cabaret thing. This was one of the best cabarets I've been to, and there was dancers there, stuff like that. And I was approaching, and I was trying to talk to one of the dancers, and she was like, trying to get me to pay to play. And I'm like, sweetie, I'm smart, funny, fine, with pretty light brown eyes. And I lifted up my shirt, and I'm built like an effing gladiator. You should be paying me. 30 minutes later, I'm piping her down in the back of my boy's car.
Dude,
It works.
Look, that's what happened. Okay, so my friend John, my best friend, he's a goofy looking dude. He's probably, he looks, but he had a mouth on him always. And I've seen him say the most out of pocket stuff to chicks, and then he would be nailing them that same night. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just total and complete disrespect. And guys, this is what Tom Likas has been saying for years. Guys, women love dudes who treat them like absolute crap. And the reason why you know this is because, my exes are assholes and abusive and jerks. Well, it seems like, there's a common theme going on there, So, yeah.
Yeah. And to piggyback on what Creepy said, yeah, we're talking. So we're talking 20 years ago. The way I used to move back then, I would never ever move today. Like the way chicks are today, no. I'm strictly MGTOW these days.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
He said it's already been done. Like, this is such lazy chatting. I say, well, I don't know FIDI well. Show me a cool cocktail bar. Speakeasy vibes. Like, I'm setting it all up for him. Like, he doesn't have to figure anything out. He says Stone Street. Like, I'm supposed to know what that is. So now I have to go Google. Cute. I think I've been there.
Yeah, she's still there.
That's exactly what women do.
Yeah. Guys, that's the funniest thing about Bumble, Hinge, and all of that, where the women message first, right? Hi. You're like, how you doing? Good. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas the other place is like, well, we need to have some long, drawn out a dissertation and hold the conversation, because women don't have anything good to say. Yeah. They're not interesting. They don't have any hobbies. They don't have any of that. But it's so crazy that they disrespect our hobbies. Guys, how many times have you talked to a chick on a date and you're like, oh, a snowboard, you could probably go off about, talk about a job forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this and that, whatever. Guys, you play guitar, you travel, you work on your cars, all these other things. But women don't have any hobbies, and they're not interesting, and they're not funny. So they're cooked.
Yeah. What's your schedule? Like, I can't even get the decency of a full sentence.
Welcome to being a man.
Schedule's insane. Work crazy hours. Cool, you're really making me work for this. What every girl dreams for. I'm done with men.
Now you know what it's like.
What?
I wouldn't say.
Now, guys, here we go. Let's go to TikTok here. Hold on. Guys, boy, oh boy, do we have a journey. Guys, hold on. Let me pull this one up here. Hold on, and then we'll yeah, guys. That's exactly why this whole dating thing is totally cooked. It's because women have this whole weird trauma bonding that they do of like, oh, men are all creepy and I've been traumatized, blah 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 blah, to their friends and on the internet, but then at night they have their cat and boxed wine. So guys, here, I'll let this play it. I'll be right back.
Theory on men liking approachable women by appearance continues.
Sitting on the fence, right? A lot of them are choosing not to date. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you kind of need to know how these men are currently thinking right now, because this will help you with your question. What can we do to make a man that we see and like approach us so that he makes the first move? Well, you have to make him feel comfortable.
I hate when I complain that it's really hard to date because no one approaches me and they're like, why? Is it because you're intimidating? And I'm like, no, why would you say that? And they're like, well, maybe you have a resting bitch face. And I'm like, no, I'm just fucking autistic.
Struck up a conversation with this girl that was like from Europe, and she was visiting Toronto, and she just was like, by the way, like, the men here, they just don't they don't approach you, or they'll find you attractive and just kind of like do nothing. And I was like, yeah, welcome to Toronto, sis.
I don't know what male gym goer needs to hear this, but please come up to us at the gym.
Fellas, they're trying to get us again, man. This is the second girl that's gone viral in the last month, talking about they want men to start approaching again.
I just saw TikTok that said men aren't approaching women, not because they're being told not to by women, but because they're just actually too scared, which is a valid reason. Like, I don't want to go up to people and talk to them, even if I think they're hot. I'm scared too. But the men in his fucking comments being like, well, I'm too ugly. Well, I'm just scared if I do what they're going to say or what they're going to accuse us of. Well, I don't look like Chris Hemsworth, so I can't
we could
approach
lose
a
our
woman.
job and stuff.
I'm telling you right now, if you have pure intentions when approaching a woman and you're not trying to be creepy.
Guys, what? How much alcohol do you have to? How many shots, guys? What would it take for you to even think about approach? What kind of muted light? What kind of?
Well, here's my question: How long ago since you transitioned?
Oh,
that's my question.
It's a little bit of a nose for a coin clipper.
Oh. She's gonna tell us what she knows. That's for sure.
If you're going up to a woman being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get some tonight," that's
She'll
creepy.
sniff it out.
If you're going up to a woman, genuinely,
I know she can sniff out those bad intentions. Oh,
she's a dog over here.
You what the biggest cap is, guys? How these girls act? They're trying to be like, oh no, there's no such thing as an ugly chick and everyone's beautiful. Nah, guys, women know more than anyone else who's ugly and who isn't. Guys,
They spend their entire life thinking about it.
Yeah,
talking about it.
That's all that they do. That's all that they do. That's why, guys, you know what the craziest thing is? Look at when there's a bunch of 40 and 50-year-old chicks at like a party or a gathering, and some 21-year-old hottie walks in, right? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at how they look at her, guys.
I'm gonna kill your bitch ass, bitch.
Guys, we have 170 people watching, guys. We have 82 likes. Guys, stop. Take a second, guys. Hit the like button, you know.
Edgy, I just sent you a link to her family photo.
What's on? You saying she looks like Hanson? She looks like the kids from Hanson. That's Are they gonna use it? Where are they? Where are they? Look at that right there. Oh man!
Like, you know, I think she's pretty. Let me see if I can start
just one thing that's important. I think you were gone, but just a few seconds ago, she was shaming men for like, oh, I'm afraid what they're going to say if they're going to report it or something. Yeah, we are scared of that.
Yeah,
we are. You could make us lose our job and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's like where half the stuff comes from.
Exactly.
Actually, I'm scared that you or AJ see me with her. That's what I'm more afraid of.
That wasn't me. That's not me. That was my cousin, Ramondo. Guys, hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Hey, thanks, David, for the Cash App, my friend. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for that.
Like, yeah, you could still get rejected. That's okay. The more comfortable you are doing it and the more confident you get, then you'll do it more. And maybe occasionally it will land.
Says the person that does the rejecting, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Get somebody else to do it.
Y'all can ask for our numbers. Ask if we want to go out. If y'all get rejected, that's fine. That's normal. That's human life.
Isn't that convenient for them to say? Isn't that easy for them to say, guys? You know, in DC, you notice that there's a pattern of all these chicks. They're all mid, and they're like, they're not approaching.
Yeah,
they're not approaching because here's the thing, guys. What do you have to be? You got to be worth the risk, right?
Yeah.
Guys are more risky than ever. Sorry, are more risk averse than ever. But guys, if I'm gonna get nuclear projected or put on the internet, it's gonna be for a dime. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be for a dime. And guys, this is the thing about passport bros, right? And this is why I keep telling Snowboard. There's dimes everywhere in Colombia, in Brazil, in the Czech Republic. Yes, normal chicks are more attractive in other places than here. And they're more polite. So there is no nuclear projection there. There is no sport out of rejecting men in places like Colombia, Rio. But you'll see, like, it's so weird because our American view of women, guys, an average Brazilian chick is like an American 6 or 7. Like a Brazilian 4 is like a Northwest or Midwest American 8. I'm not lying. They're thin. They're in shape. You know what I'm saying? They're nice. They'll put some chorizo on a plate every now and then and some plantains, and you're ready to rock, you know? So, guys, if you're going to get played, if you're going to simp, if you're going to get rejected, at least do it for a hot chick. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys know this. Put a 1. Oh, yeah, King Raymond. Germany, bro. Go to Germany. You will clean up in Germany, bro. But, guys, think back to like college or high school or just not, we all have that one friend who was getting played by like a mid chick or a fat chick. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, what are you, dog? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not mad. You're just disappointed, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, bro, like, we've seen our friends or we've been played by girls that are hot, right? Like, guys, all of us have. If you say you haven't, you're lying, right? Because at least she was good looking. At the least, where you're going to get played by a mid chick? Are you serious? Have you no self-respect? Because if you get played by like a hot chick, that's part of the game, which is why you don't play it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to play the game, at least try and play it well. At least if you're going to go all in, at least have a good hand. You know what I'm saying? Have an attractive set of cards, so you can still lose.
And if we were to reverse the table, so they're saying like, oh, let's reverse the roles. How many of you have ever rejected a woman? You see their soul like leave their body. They feel like,
guys, hey, that's a good question. Guys, put a 1 if you have rejected a chick. I have.
Yeah, me too.
I have. Yeah. You're just like, you know what I mean? It's just.
Or you like won't kiss them or something like that.
But there's various reasons, either I've had it where it was a co-worker. It was like, one of my friend's sisters or whatever. And you're like, I can't do this. Or a
married woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. Married woman. Say, hey, I kind of appreciate it a little bit, but no thanks.
Or maybe, okay, guys, here, can we get serious here? Can I ask you, guys, let's talk about this here, right? Okay, let's do this.
We don't take joy when we're rejecting them, or I don't. AJ might.
Yeah, I know. But Bob a petty bastard, so it's all good, Guys, anyone who wants to call in, guys, hit the StreamYard link. Guys, let's try and hit 100 likes, all right? Guys, Snowboard, Secret, Colin, please unmute. Guys, what is the job of a wingman?
To take that hit.
Okay, but how far does it go?
Well, sometimes you got to do the fatty, man.
Yeah.
See,
I jump on the grenade.
Here's the thing: is it automatically implied that you'll smash the fatty or the uggo, or do you just keep her busy?
Yeah.
enough.
Keep her busy, maybe up to the point of a kiss. So that's about it. I'd say that's a good wingman.
From Maverick and Iceman to, yeah, you're the wingman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think that it's your job to have to smash.
No.
Now, guys, if it's
it can happen though.
It could happen. I'm not mad at you, especially if it's easy. But guys, I've been playing the wingman. It was too much work. It's like I spent all this effort trying to finally get this chick to stop paying attention to homeboy here, pay attention to me. She's still trying to hold out. I heard the banging in the bedroom, and the toilet flush after my friend flushed the condom. It's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going? I'm out of here. So
yeah, but you know what though? There's no shame in getting a sloppy bee gibber from the fatty, I mean,
sloppy Joe.
Come on,
I know you put some chocolate syrup on your schlong, and you might not get it back.
At least you went up and did it. At least you got out of your comfort zone and approached the lady. I mean, we can approach y'all too, but
Keyshawn, bro, even if you're MGTOW, right? Or black pill, if you have a friend and he needs you to be his wingman, dude, part of your manly duties to your friend is to be a wingman. That's just me, guys. Sorry.
Sometimes being a wingman can mean like stop the cock blocking from the friend, and sometimes that's the hefty friend. It just is, and she's always going to be the obstacle. So you need to be a distraction, but you just need to stop that process and let those two do what they need to do. You don't need to try to make them look wicked cool and stuff per se.
Do you guys know how the matadors have the red?
The red,
all you gotta do is woo woo, and she's running around it, dude. But
exactly,
yeah. But guys, I think that if it's your really good friend, right, that's one of the things, because he would do it. He would do it for you. Now, guys, once again, it's up to you to decide what your wingman duties are, how far that you need to go. But I just think that there's things that your friends, because remember, guys, friends, part of being a friend is being useful to your friends, right? Like my friends know that if they need something, I'll help them out. I'll help them move, help them fix their car, right? Like it's see the difference between men being friends with men and then having a female friend. Guys, men can reciprocate friendship. Like if Snowboard needs something, I'll go out there and help, and he can help me too. But what women can't. What women do you know can help you change your tire, can help you paint your house, can help you move your furniture? And men aren't entitled. If I call Snowboard over, hey man, I don't know, I need to patch my roof, can you help? And he says no. I'm not like, motherfucker, that's like because he said no, he's busy. Because a friend wouldn't say no unless they actually had a good reason to.
Yeah.
Women expect this type of treatment. They expect Snowboard to give up his only day off to come and help them do stupid stuff, and then they bang nug the moment he leaves. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like having a female friend, that's like about as useful as having a pimple on your ass.
What was on Kill Bill? You're about as useful as having an asshole right here.
usually we don't, because I don't know. I know we're young in term, but at some point, us females and men will come to terms of maybe it's both sides.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? Say shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women. The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance. As a woman who's trying to embody her feminine energy, you're not going to catch me going up to the guy. You're just not.
And there you go, guys. Yep. See, that is the truth right there.
And also because they have an army of simps on their phone.
Yeah,
that are giving them a validation too.
Yeah.
So that kind of builds their ego up. a lot more than has ever happened before.
Yeah.
Like a mid, actually, it's kind of inverted. A mid chick now can have more opportunities than a hot chick had. Not more than around equivalent opportunities, because the net they can cast is wider than if you're just a very hot chick in the 90s and you had to organically meet somebody or something like that. So that's part of the problem why these chicks have an inflated ego, is because they're just like, well, I'll just pull up my Tinder or something, and I have literally like 40 other guys that are maybe similar to you that so that makes you worth less, not worthless, but worth less in person. If you see one thing you don't like for example, every time I tell a girl that I have like a headless doll collection, they turn me down, and it's bullshit.
Man, look at this guy. This guy in here. What is going on?
That's why
here,
I call you creep. It's bullshit.
So taxidermy is one of my major hobbies. So what?
Yeah.
How's that creepy, right?
Yeah.
Guys, Black, I can't say your name, says that if a chick friend zoned you, test her friendship by making her your wingman. And if she refuses, she's not really a friend. Guys, put a one. If you guys, men and women cannot be friends. They can't, because it's an unequal a relationship. Guys, women get more out of being friends with men than men get out of women. What do you honestly need a woman as a friend for? She can't help you out in a jam. She's going to give you terrible advice. If you guys go out and hang out as friends, she's going to expect you to pay for it, or the waitress is going to look at you crazy if you split the bill. So what's the point? Guys, I need someone seriously to time in and say, what do you need a woman as a friend for? Why? Why?
Well, I do have a scenario where it could be kind of good. If you're at like a party or something per se, she can kind of be the madam that will help you steer either some of her 304. They don't have to be 304. She can help steer some chicks your direction.
But
that's kind of about. So that's not being a wingman or wingwoman.
No.
That's like a madam.
Because the friend zone guys are their backup plans, and they don't want you to not be a backup plan, right? So they're going to constantly keep trying to keep chicks away from you so that they can get all your time, money, attention, and basically keep you whipped. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You actually think that a woman's going to objectively want you to win? Because then you're going to move past her. And once again, once you meet a real girl that's actually like a real one who actually wants to be with you, you think that she's going to like the fact that you have this broad around? Women know each other. Let's just say Colin and Stacy are friends. Let's just say Colin trips and falls and hits his head and somehow decides to have a female friend. And then Colin meets Melissa, and Melissa's awesome, right? Do you really think Melissa's she's gonna see how the first girl, wants Colin to spend money on her and all this other stuff? So why would she want that? Why? So, anyways, we'll do this.
We can just stare at each other.
One scenario where I think having a female friend could be beneficial, and I think this is probably the one and only scenario. So let's say snowboard. You're in your you're just getting into your late 30s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So snowboard. You're going to your parents' place for Thanksgiving dinner, and for the last 4, 5, 6 years, your mom has been nagging and haranguing you about, when are you gonna get settled down? When are you gonna get yourself a wife? When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get a girl in your life? And then let's just say you have a chick who she's a unicorn, she's kind of base, and you'd be like, hey, Stephanie, I know you ain't got dick squat nothing going on this Thanksgiving. Yeah, can you come to my my family's Thanksgiving dinner just so my mom will shut the hell up for once? I mean, is that too far reaching or too far?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Call him.
You've been had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The only way she would do that is if I got to baste the turkey.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I would just tell my mom, look.
But women will use you for that.
Yes.
For wedding.
And you got to go pick her up and listen to her crap, all this other stuff. You know?
Like flowers.
Sweet auntie says,
did you cook anything for us? It's like, that's your job.
Yeah. So, guys, sweet auntie says that she made a great wingman for her male friends. But, guys, she's a different generation, though. You know? Like, there was women back in the day where they would be, like, married, but then they'd have male coworkers who were nice. Or like, you know, whatever. And they would be like, oh, I have a friend.
Yeah.
You want to meet this guy? You know? So, like, back in the day, a lot of people met their spouses through coworkers and other friends, but not anymore, you know? So
Yeah, because it's the opposite, because women, you know, I call it co-opetition. You know, women are too much in competition, because especially if you are a good dude that got good stuff going on for yourself, and especially if you're a better man than the one they have. Women, you know, and I've experienced this firsthand. Women don't want to hook up any of their close personal friends with a man that is better than the man they got.
Yeah. And they want to just keep you around as that backup plan, period.
Shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women, because guys don't do that anymore.
Can we please bring back men coming up to us? Like, why are you so scared? Why are you so scared of coming up to us? Like, genuinely, I don't want, I get it, rejection. Okay.
They just downplay that.
I get it.
Yeah. Yep.
However, if you go up to a girl in a nice way, I don't think you can fail. Honestly.
Yes, guys.
All right, guys. Here.
This is see, and here's what they're not telling you, or what they want to admit. It's the men they want and find attractive that's not approaching them. That's what they mean. Because there are plenty of guys out here, you know, your average dudes, they're out here approaching or trying to approach. No, it's the Chads, the Tyrones, you know, the dudes that are, you know, genetically blessed and gifted. Those are the ones those top 10% guys.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you're a mid guy, they won't accept. And even if they do kind of like you made them laugh a lot or something in front of their friends, they won't say yes.
Well, guys, here's the thing. You can nail any chick if you're around at the right time, which is why a lot of guys used to accept the friend zone. Because at a certain point, it's just like, you've had to put up with so much, the sex is not even worth it. You know what I mean? Like you've been hovering around like a chicken hawk or a vulture for the last 3 years, and then finally she breaks up with Chad. You know what I mean? She invites you over, the wine starts flowing, and you finally get that. I'm gonna swear, you finally get that hate fucking.
Yeah.
So from personal experience, any woman that makes you wait more often than not was not worth the wait. There's this one chick that I literally waited 10 years to hit, and I jokingly said, you know, waited 10 years, could have waited 10 more.
Yeah.
Wait 10 years, you're a queer.
I wasn't sitting there pining. I was doing other stuff. This is but I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's not worth it, and it's all a power play, guys. It's all a power play, right? And I know you guys might ask yourself, right?
How could they cut the power, man? They're animals.
Because they know for a fact that especially young guys, 18 to 29, nay is the number one thing that we want. And this is the advantage of being, guys, all you young guys, wait till you're 30, 35 and up. And but JJ just doesn't really matter as much anymore. I mean, it's nice and all, you know, but guys, going home, drinking beer, hanging out, working on your car, whatever, going hunting, fishing. Is it, guys? If you're over the age of 35 and you've done this in the last year, put a 1. Where you actually had a date scheduled, you were getting dressed after a long day's work. You were going to meet her at the place, and you're about a mile down from your house. You're like, screw it. You just turned the car around and went home. Put a 1 if you've done that, guys. I've done that. I've done it. Seriously. We're like, screw it. This is too much work. And you go home, cook a steak, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And just watch your favorite movie. Drink some beer. Drink
on your headless doll collection or both or something.
have some good scotch and be left the hell alone. Jessica, what's up, dude? Switzerland's in the house, man. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you as usual.
Show me the money!
It's good to see you, man.
A lot of comments like this, and it drives me insane because
isn't it funny how mid these chicks are, right? Guys, here, as we start going through these TikToks, these chicks that are trying to say men don't approach, I want you to rate these chicks. All right, this chick's like a 4, right? And she has a fat face.
She's probably hairy too.
A turtleneck. Come on.
It is not true. No matter how many people on this app are going to be like, well, no, you have to be attractive to approach. No. And this is exactly what I mean by it not being true. So I was at a coffee shop the other week and a guy came up to me and approached me and we started having a conversation. And it just so happened, like, we ended up sitting next to each other. 2 hours went by. Was I like feeling butterflies in this conversation? Absolutely not. Was he an objectively, attractive person? Maybe someone would say yes. There were certain things about him that were attractive.
That means no.
Like he was well dressed, clearly took care of himself, was a good conversationalist. I was not attracted to this person, despite having a nice conversation. And I'll give myself credit for like not being a bitch and being like, I'm not going to sit next to you, or just being like standoffish with him trying to
guys, she wants a golden trophy for not being a total ass to this guy.
And she probably made him buy the coffee too.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. She thinks that this is a good thing, that she wasn't rude to this guy.
Yeah.
Guys, look at this.
And took 2 hours of his time.
Look at this.
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck, that's what's about to get increased.
Look at that. What a joke.
A conversation with me. Like, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to treat someone with disrespect. Like, he clearly put himself out there to be kind and friendly for no reason to me. I mean, clearly his reason was to hit on me, but good for
you. Hear the disdain and the disrespect and the disregard in her voice. Look at that.
For him for putting himself out there. Like, my lack of attraction to this person.
Guys, we have lots of new people here. Mystic Marks, what's up, my friend? Who else? Let me see. D-Name, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Mr. Smooth, how you doing? It's good to see you guys, man. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the join button for memberships. You get custom emojis and early access to the videos, Yeah.
Should not stop him from doing this to other women in a kind and respectful way. And, I'm glad I had the 1 to 2 hour conversation because it was nice to get to learn more about a new person and be curious. And so I think a lot of women don't do this, and they should be doing this, because when they don't do this, they make men feel like shit. And I know if I was a guy and I was rejected constantly, I'd feel like shit. So we need to teach women to not be bitchy to men who are just being kind and putting themselves out there. And men need to get this narrative out of their head.
Now, do you guys see how she's trying to be kind of on our side, but she's still disrespectful to men? She's still just talking like an absolute loon. And guys, let's be honest. She's dressed up and she's a 5, right? The big shaggy eyebrows, right? The fat face, the loud voice. She's a 5. Jessica.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
In Switzerland, where would this chick rank?
So first of all, she's what we call an iceberg because you can only see the top, but you can see how fat she is underneath. Okay?
Hey-o!
And She reminds me of that basketball player with the unibrow. You know what's his
Oh
name?
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know
black
his name,
guy.
but yeah.
Or the Grinch. It's like
Yeah.
a bit of everything, you know. And
Yeah.
the fact that she's just lecturing men on how men should find her attractive just shows how absolutely lost she is in life. You know, that's my take.
This is the rating scale. This is how men rate women at the top. So you see that we're much more
Balanced, fair.
balanced, and then they're all right here. So this is Thunder
shocking.
Chad, guys. This is Thunder Chad, and Giga Tyrone is right here.
Yeah,
and that's why on dating apps, even guys, these dudes clean up. The guys that end up here, they get more attention than the hottest chicks. These guys here get more attention than the hottest women do. Meaning, like, but opposite sex.
Guys, if I say just on that graph, you see the four blue columns, the first four, they amount to like 85%. So that means that women consider that 85% of male population is ugly, you know?
Yeah.
And just to think in such drastic terms, it shows how they view us like trash, you know? It's not a joke. They really call us trash.
Human being.
And when they talk about men, they don't talk about the four blue columns on the left. They only talk about the rightmost like 1% or 3%. That's the only men which they consider attractive and which they are interested in, you know. So it's something to keep in mind, you know. They always complain that this and that, but they always talk about the three on the right, you know.
They speak of it as we're a not a product, a commodity, a little bit.
Yeah. No, we're
dehumanized
subhuman.
a little bit.
We're subhuman, and they levitate above us like divine goddesses, you know.
Yeah,
they bring nothing to the table.
All the negative things that these guys do, right here. Sorry. Oh, even better. Nice.
Perfect.
They project all the negative things that these guys do onto the onto these guys right here. All these guys cheat, smash. You treat them like trash, and then they treat the rest of us like we had something to do with this, or even
guys, even better. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
No, I was saying even better. They consider 0% men to be most attractive.
Yeah.
So we're never good enough. Okay, no man has ever reached 10 out of 10 for them. Okay.
Yeah.
or so few. Even Brad Pitt would be in the second to last column. You see what I mean?
Yeah, there's always something wrong though, Jessica.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen these chicks that are married to NBA players and CEOs and also they're living a life of like royalty. Like they live better than the Queen of England lived 50 years ago.
And they don't know
he works too much. I'm gonna divorce him. How do you think you're in this big house with that big Lambo truck, you moron? They're children, guys. They want to eat all their children, all their Halloween candy on one night and not get sick. That's their mindset. Ridiculous.
Now, to answer your question, AJ, I'd give this woman 4 out of 10 max. That's
horrible. Yeah, and this is her dressed up, so I would give her probably like a 3. You know what I'm saying? So
she's fat.
So men don't approach women anymore because they're often referred to as creeps and they're scared of rejection. It's something that I hear a lot of. And I wanted to personally speak to this because I have a lot to say, because I am the biggest supporter of men being men.
What does that even mean?
That was a lie.
Men just being simps is really what it means.
Yeah.
Women. Okay, so I'll preface this by saying that. But the problem is a lot of men pursue women knowing that that woman is not interested in them. And therefore it leads to this negative culture with it. I could speak from my personal experience. I am a very respectful person for the most.
The lie detector determined that was
She's like, but
yes, she thinks this is being respectful.
Guys,
she just basically hold on. She basically just insulted a bunch of men and said, "You guys always,
85%.
You always aim out of your league."
Yeah.
So basically, just saying all men are just trash. That's basically what she's saying, and she's saying that is respectful.
Yep.
Let's hear her now self-aggrandize herself and
Of
just
course.
compliment
Yeah.
herself for a bit, and hear how
She
men
plays both
then,
sides.
Yeah, but guys, once again, put a 1 if you agree that women are always either the heroes or the victims or both. But 99% of the time, they're volunteers. How many times on this channel, guys, have we heard a woman in the same story jump from victim to hero to and back multiple times in the same story?
or
Insane.
Or they're like in the background of the movie, like the extra, that nobody sees, and they think that they're the main character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Most part, any person that has ever approached me, tried to pursue me, that I knew I was not interested in, that person did not leave thinking about, oh, I've been rejected. What a terrible experience.
Bullshit.
How do you
guys,
know?
Guys, hold on. How many times do you think she's gone out on dates with guys she's not interested in just to get free food?
Yeah. I was just
bored,
about to say
just
that.
to get free drinks. Guys, this is the thing about our mom's generation and our grandma's generation. They were taught
look at
never,
her dress, guys. Look at her
never
dress.
never take anything from a man that you're not interested in, because he's going to expect something in return.
Nothing is free, and men also know that. Like I know if a guy comes to me in the street, hey, here's $100. I mean, I'd be like, oh, yeah, but what's up with this? It's suspicious. Yeah, there's a catch somewhere.
Yep, that's true. Yep, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys, hit the super chat button. Appreciate that. Hit the join button for memberships, guys.
We're never felt like a creep. None of that. However, I cannot tell you how many times I had been diplomatic or respectful about the decline, and it has led me to being borderline harassed. Whatever the reason it may be at the time that I had rejected these people, I have heard things along the lines of not caring that I was in a relationship, or insinuating that my relationship is not going to work out, or
nobody cares about that.
Serious. I have been told, don't worry, I like guys, so don't worry about it.
She's the victim now.
Clearly a lie.
Yeah.
I've been told so many things under the sun. I've had people follow me. I've had people grab me.
Now she's telling us her life story. We don't care about her dating life.
Right? So this is where...
And I guarantee that the city she lives in is a sanctuary city and defunded the police. So she had friggin' Jorge from MS-13.
Look at her eyes. Her eyes looks like sane or insane.
Jessica, we call these SSR eyes.
No, she looks absolutely insane. That's the kind of face you see when you get a pillow put on your head. You're about to die. I mean, I'm sorry.
Those are Zoloft eyes, if I've ever seen. And guys, once again, announcement, guys, I'll be going. So the Tuesday, Thursday evening lives are not going to happen. I'll be doing 5 p.m. lives Monday through Friday from now on, and then we'll keep a Sunday live. But guys, so from now on, and I'll put a post in the on the channel. But guys, Monday through Friday, I'll be live at 5 p.m. So
you start to have this negative perception about this idea of being approached. And so the issue lies in the fact of men being able to decipher when a woman is genuinely interested, especially when that woman is very, very clear with her intentions.
I don't believe
says,
that. Yeah.
I'm not interested, I'm not available, no. Anything alluding to the fact of no or not interested needs to be taken with thank you, have a nice day.
Can I say something? That she acts like this is out of the blue, and like she had nothing in her, nothing to be accountable for in her actions or behavior to generate such an interest from the man. Like the man must have been like on 7 dates with her. At some point he'd be like, well, maybe we should spend the night together. And that's when she pulls the plug, and then she acts all high and mighty. Well, I don't understand that the guy was a bit annoyed that he spent over $2,000 on dates, wasted his time on me, and when I told him I saw him as a friend, he did not take it like a chief. I'm like, well, you played a part in it. Usually, Kevin Samuels was said like you should only go on a second date if you want to sleep with the man. That was a bit his advice, you know. And these women, they just want to make it so they're always able to extract like 7-8 dates and then pull the plug and nothing happens. That's their goal, you know.
But here's the
just
thing,
just to milk attention from
even better. They'll go to a club where people go to hook up, right? And then be like, no. It's like, why are you at the club then? My one friend's sister, she's in her late 20s, and we were arguing about this at the bar. And I was like, as a woman, if you are in a relationship, why are you going to a club? Well, there are times where you just want to let loose with your girls. I'm like, you can dance and drink at home. It's not the same. Go to a gay bar then. Then you don't have to worry about people. Well, not every girl that's in the club is trying to hook up. I'm like, but you're dressed up like a whore, and the other chicks. How are we supposed to tell the difference? This would be like Jessica buys a Porsche, a brand new 911 Turbo, and then drives it to the Porsche lot, parks it there, and then when people, someone comes up and looks at it, he's like, "Oh, hey, that's my car.
Yeah,
why is it on the lot? Why? Why are you getting mad at people for something that has a for sale sign on it? If you're dressed up like a 304, you're at the club, you're at the bar, it means you are for sale. It means you're on the market. That's how it works. But they want that power. They want that validation. They want to tell guys no. And then they want creepy guys and all this stuff to come up to them so they can have stories to tell their friends.
Exactly.
No, look at her décolletage, guys. I mean, it's too much. I mean, it's really too much. She looks like a really I'm sorry, but a prostitute. So, I mean, you cannot do such a video on this topic while dressed like this. If she was dressed modestly, okay, her message would be more believable than right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but then she'll only have a fraction of the views.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I mean, logically speaking, if I was here talking about how it's good to have six-pack
honestly
abs
kind of makes me
while I'm eating chips in front of you, I mean, I look like a clown, you know. She does the same, and she doesn't think too much about it.
It honestly kind of makes me a little bit.
Look at these glasses, guys. Anytime that they wear glasses like that, guys,
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Sad that on my dating videos,
Rudolph the
I feel like a lot of women come.
Rudolph the red-nosed skank deer. Oh.
Okay, so I feel like it's collective feeling. I mean, like, it's really weird because I feel like a lot of women want to be approached, or they want to be in a relationship, or they want to date or whatever. Do men feel the same? Like, genuinely, do men feel the same way? And I'm just asking, like, out of curiosity, like, is there like a problem where like men feel like women don't want to be like approached, or like don't want to be in a relationship? Like, do they, like, are they scared? It's like a genuine question, okay?
You guys see how she went to shaming. You guys scared? Look, guys, women throw the terms. Hold on. Yo, women throw the term scared and intimidated around really like easily. Guys, no woman can whoop my ass, so I'm not intimidated or scared. The only way a woman can intimidate me is if she signs my paycheck. That's it. Because then she could affect your financial future. That's why, guys, you get to the point where you have enough money where you can tell your boss to go F himself. Because no, I've to meet a woman that can intimidate me or scare me.
It makes no sense to intimidate. I mean, to intimidate a man, you have to overpower him with either strength or financial power. You know, they just want. It's like I'm looking at like a super cute girl, and I'm like, yes, she's not approaching me because she's intimidating. That's such a cope.
Yeah,
it's such a
Jessica, we had to ask earlier though. What's the first thing that you would think if like a really, 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 really pretty girl came up to you on the street? It was like, oh my God, I think that you're so cute. What's your name?
What would be my first thought?
Yeah.
I'd be a little bit suspicious because.
Thank you. Yes. Yep. There you go. Yep.
Because usually it's not a woman's job to do that. They should be attractive in order to be approached by men, not do the approaching. Okay, so first of all, that's something which should never be done. It's like a woman proposing to a man. For me, it's something which goes against nature, you know. So it's.
Well, I would think that it was like a TikTok video that they're
exactly. I would look behind her to see if I see a group of friends laughing or something like that, you know, just to see if I'm being filmed or something along those lines, you know. But it depends also if it's like late at night in a very dark nightclub. That could be different.
Yeah, they'll get you jumped by Nug Nug. Oh no. Actually, it's Switzerland. You know, freaking Mahmoud. They'll get you caught up with over there. You know.
Because I've been getting like a lot of feedback, okay, like comments, DMs, whatever, on my last video, which was about like dating, and a lot of people are like, yeah, it's the same, and I don't see a lot of like men. I do get some like DMs from men saying the same thing, but like I wonder if men feel the same way or if they're like intimidated to like talk.
Bears feel the same.
What do we do? Like, how do we fix this genuinely?
Go to the zoo and jump in the bear cage.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple. Guys, look, someone says, I want to be approached by a nerdy guy, and here's a nerdy guy they want to approach him. Henry Cavill. It's true. It's true, guys. Why would any man put up with this?
Why? One of the things, if I can add to that, they are unable to understand, like that you cannot say all men are trash, and then be surprised that men are not really approaching you. You know, they don't seem to get that having so much hate against men makes men unwilling to just simply approach them. You know, but they can't rely link the two. You know, it's very very strange.
But here's the ironic part: these are the same women who, if we look at their timeline, like this is a job for HL. If we look at their timeline 12 months ago, 18, 24 months ago, these are probably the same women who were like, I don't need no man.
Yeah. And then
they would say, but I need one. I want one or something like that. I don't need a man, but I want one.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay, good job.
Sure. Here you go, guys.
Heard from a couple men now. One thing I've heard from a couple men now is like, oh, you know, I'm so intimidated by the idea of approaching a woman now that there's all this conversation.
As if some guy just told her that. Come on, man.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, consent, and like women say that they don't want to be approached. Like, I'm afraid that she'll think I'm a creep, and so like I can't even get myself to approach a woman, basically. And like to a certain extent, I get it. And like when I have these conversations with men, I try to be really empathetic and soft about my approach in the conversation. But really, like, I have said, and I stand by this, like, women know generally, you know, the difference between someone being creepy and someone being awkward. And now, not every woman knows, just like not every man is better. Like, I'm making generalizations here, but there's a way to go about, I don't know, trying to talk to a woman that is not creepy. If you just act like a normal human being, if you are kind, respectful, she's not going to think you're a creep.
Can I ask a question, guys?
I don't understand.
Is that why do they always think it's a problem on the men's part? Because if they are supposed to be the desired ones, right? They have to be so, let's say, irresistible, that men would want to approach them. And all of a sudden, men do not approach them. And they never ask themselves, maybe it's us, maybe we have become repulsive. You know, they never think that. You know, it's always men are intimidated, men are scared, men are this, men are that. It's never what can we as women do to make ourselves more attractive to men. You know, they never
or even then,
or make the process easier.
Or even then, if the right kind, if the men that they want aren't talking to them, they have to understand that that's them too. And guys, here's the thing. Us men, we think logically. If we are the only pizza place in town and no one's coming to eat pizza, you guys, people like pizza, right?
Yeah.
If they're not coming to our pizza joint, or they're going one town over, are you going to say, how can I fix my pizza? And ask them, are you going to say, screw them, they don't know what they're talking about? That's what women do. They take the buyers and say, but the customers, and say that customers are always wrong. They're so stupid that they don't understand. Like, look, they are the ultimate consumer of the product that is woman is men. And that's just how it works, because we control access to marriage and relationships, and women want marriage and relationships more than they want anything else on the planet. I know this because if it was just about kids and friends, they wouldn't be on these dating apps as single moms and in their 50s and 60s. Guys, they want a man more than anything. And there's this catch-22 that put a 1 if you guys agree. These modern women, they have been raised for 3 generations now to hate men, but they're attracted to us, and they cannot escape that.
Yeah,
they cannot escape it. That'd be like being hypnotized to only like some crappy car that always breaks down. You know what I'm saying? Like, or well, that's not a good example. But so you guys get it though. They hate men, but they're not lesbians. So if they're cooked. Who was saying something? Secret, that was you, right?
Well, it goes against their programming, because if I'm the prize, how come no one wants me? I'm the prize.
Yeah. Yep.
And and the funny thing about it, what I've learned is a woman will be a side chick. A woman will settle and be a side chick to a guy she perceives as an alpha, then be settle for a faithful beta. And so, like I said, this all comes down to it's the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10% of men that they find desirable. Because here's the thing: if you build yourself up to where you're one of these top 10, top 15% dudes, you got options. And sadly, sweetie, you're an afterthought. And that's what they can't stand, because they would accept that there's not enough of these top tier guys to go around.
Here's the other thing, guys. Us men put ourselves in a hierarchies, right? So if everyone on this panel were to go out to a bar or club, we know who the attractive one is, who the rich one is, who the one that's got game is. We know each other's strengths, and we know that we aren't all equal. Women have this weird thing where they will see like a hot chick get this rich, successful guy and think, well, she's just a woman and I'm a woman, so what the hell? They don't understand. You're not that chick. You're not. She's a 9, you're a 4. They're so delusional that they think that all women are the same. They think, oh, maybe it's because of her hair or her nails or her BBL. No. There's hot chicks and then there's everyone else. That's how it works. So
now there is so much content about, what women prefer versus not. And everybody's an individual, everybody's different, but there's so much advice. And instead of just like taking in this advice and, fucking approaching women, because these men also are single and want to date women, instead of doing that, you just forego approaching women at all. It's just simply, no, I couldn't possibly, because she'll think I'm a creep, so I must be approached. And then they have all this like internalized hatred towards women that they're not confronting.
There you go. See? There you go, guys. Right there. I was waiting for that, guys. I was waiting for that. Right there, guys. Do you see? These chicks are so delusional that they think that if you're not engaging with them, you must be planning something. They cannot fathom the fact that you as a man are not thinking about women at all. If Jessica says to hell with this and he's out in the cabin in the woods, working on wooden furniture and doing, oh no, he's planning something. He's an evil man. See, maybe he just wants to be left the hell alone. Men want peace, and the older we get, the more important peace is to us. And we would think of how crazy this is. Think about how pathetic that Western women are. Seriously. Western women.
They're just sad. For me, they're sad.
I wasn't done. Hold on. Let me finish. Western women are like that pizza place analogy. Men want pizza, but the pizza in the West is so bad. They're choosing nothing. They're staying home. They're just drinking water. How bad are Western women that men are choosing nothing at all? Who was saying something?
You were Jessica. I think.
I don't. I lost my train of thought. No problem.
Well, their attitude is bad. That they do, like, they think we're always just going to be like bugs to a bug light.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, some of us have been rejected and stuff, and just downright mean stuff, like pretty nasty stuff sometimes can be said too.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, well, that's part of, yeah, that's true. But that is part of the game. That's why we're choosing not to play the game anymore, because we've been able to do the math on our own and just say, like, you know, obviously the rejection will be part of it. But if it's more rejection than you get a value from it, then it's just like, you know, what do you think we're going to do?
Yeah, that's the thing, because men are always trying to see if the risk is worth the risk of humiliation, disappointment, heartbreak, you know. And right now, modern women do not offer something which is seductive enough for a man to say, okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna maybe look like a fool. I'm gonna approach her, but if it works, it's gonna be great. Right now, there's no such great, because what we get divorced, we get raped in courts, we get completely humiliated online, called trash, called like they prefer animals over us, you know. They're so repulsive to us that now we're just like, yeah, no, it's okay. We're just be like you want to be, girls, but we're not interested by that, you know. And at some point, there should be like, you know, the pendulum swings back, and they should understand that, okay, let's listen to what men want. Men want peace. Men want feminine women. Men want healthy women. Men want delicate, nice, gentle, loyal, faithful. Hopefully, one day they'll realize that that's what men want. And once they let's say they follow our desires in a way, they will get the husbands that they want, you know. But until then, they're just gonna scream to the wind and scream to the TikToks, and men would just don't care until they get back to planet Earth and just give us what their grandmothers have given our grandfathers, you know. So that's the goal.
It's to the point of self-preservation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really all that it is.
This is what I also say, guys, because one of the major milestones of becoming a man is overcoming people's ability to shame you. Shame is not a bad thing to actually feel, but you have to be selective in who can shame you, right? If you have good friends and they're like, hey, yo, dude, you're getting fat, or bro, you're broke, what are you doing? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
People, but some random 304 off the street trying to shame you for being MGTOW, trying to shame you for not spending cash on these 304s. Nope. Guys, steel yourself to shame, and also steel yourself to the effects of women's tears. By the time that you're in your middle-aged 20, that's one of these guys, a woman crying. Guys, you guys remember how the Grinch, his heart was like hella small and then it turned big, you know? You got to do the opposite, guys. You're small.
Also,
a woman crying has no effect on me at all. It's a joke. I laugh. I'm like, you're stupid. Thunderstruck. Hey, thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Can I add to that?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's that also. Usually, if I see a man cry, you can feel at least you could feel his empathy or sadness with him, because it's something which a man rarely does, especially in public. I mean, if a man cries in public, it's usually for a very desperate or heartbreaking reason, you know. Maybe I don't know. Exactly. I don't know, something happened. But women cry so often for nothing that we've become completely numb to it. You know, I remember like if I mean, my mother which passed away, but I have never seen her. I think I saw her cry twice in her life. Okay, so that's something very, very rare. My grandmother, I don't think I ever saw her cry once. But I've seen girlfriends that I have, they could cry like once a day. So it's absolutely mind changing that I'm like, okay, look, she can cry so easily, so it's not really that much of devastating event as it would be for a man to see. If, like, I don't know how often I saw my father cry. I think like it's something so rare that I don't know what you guys think. How often have you seen your father cry?
I've only seen
maybe
my
once
dad
or twice,
cry once, and that's because
and it's shocking. It's shocking.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But that's because
his mother died or something.
Yeah, and not out of joy. Out of really,
yeah. And that's because he basically raised my nephew for like the first 2 or 3 years. My dad, he's a doctor, so he took like a 2-year sabbatical. When my nephew was born, he just had so much leave and money. He was just like, the hell with this. So, and then my nephew, so my sister had to work because she's a single mom. So my dad was basically like my nephew's full-time caregiver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then my sister just out of the blue was like, I'm moving to a different state. And like took my nephew away from him. And then it was sudden too. Like that's the only time that I've ever seen him openly cry. Like he wasn't like crying, but he was just sitting there like with
he was hurt.
Tears in his eyes. And I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? But like, guys, and then hey, look, I can say there's a couple times where it's okay for a guy to cry, right? Number one.
Yeah.
A family member dies, right?
Your pet.
Your pet dies, your dog, whatever. Guys, I'm sorry, but certain movies like The End of Saving Private Ryan, you know what I'm saying? These
you can shed a tear, but I'm talking about like really crying.
You won't be bawling, but really, really, really crying, when
you can be moved to tears. That's one thing.
Yes, thank you.
And you can also
Charlie Kirk, where people were upset over that.
Yeah, that was sad.
Or I don't know if, to be honest, like Kevin Samuels, when he died, I feel like it would be normal for like the black community, especially the male black community, would be saddened to the point of tears. I mean, that's an example which.
But what do we see out of them? The women celebrating, dancing,
around his grave.
It's a well. They just acted with no class during that. The women, none.
They refuse to confront because in their mind, oh, well, I'm being respectful by not approaching women, therefore I'm a good person. But really, it's like, no, you still are failing to actually listen to the feedback that women have to give. And you're not.
You see? We want you to deal with us the exact way that we want, or you're a bad person. Clown world.
Not fucking understanding what so many women are saying in the first place. Like, there's no great way to explain what I'm thinking right now without just coming across as like a douche. It really just is.
Well, that's the first true thing she said this entire time. Guys, she sped up the video here. I didn't.
It's kind of mind-blowing. Like, so, you are mad at women for having boundaries. You are mad at women for being aware that a lot of men are creepy. You're mad at women for protecting themselves and like not being super open to being approached by strangers or just openly speaking about their bad experiences. You're mad at women for that, but you really want a girlfriend. And
this chick's name here is Fetus Deletus.
What?
You are.
Oh my god!
You are a clown and a demon.
Wait. Her name is also Ketaminti French, so she's also in the drug with the ketamine.
The best thing a man
you're right.
Can do.
You're right.
Can do is avoid.
So her pastimes, just to summarize, is ketamine and fetus deletus. That's her pastimes. Okay,
So
and she wants to give us wisdom. Okay, wisdom and life advice.
She's a demon.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
She's literally, no wonder you're delusional. You're doing ketamine. You live in a K-hole all the time.
The best thing that a man can do is avoid a clown show like you at all costs.
I wonder what her husband thinks.
Hold on. I hope that all men see this and run. Smiling face.
Post.
Guys,
I've never seen someone get so happy over making a post. Every time.
Guys, let's look at this dunderhead, right?
Yeah,
Of course she has
look at how varied her content is.
Look at this, guys.
Look at how varied.
Look at this. Ugh. Look at that. What a mess. Rants and satire.
What a sad.
Please, what a mess. Hold on, guys.
Sad
Let's
woman.
go here. Hold on. Hey, guys, thanks for being here. You guys, let me check the likes. Hold on. Where are we here? We are at 146 likes, guys. I appreciate that. But, guys, we almost had 200 people. So, guys, let's try and get the likes up. So, here we go, guys. Let's do this. There's a lot of these idiots. So, hold on. Here we go.
I think I actually really understand why men are not approaching women.
Nose ring, everyone.
Beyond the fact that the dating apps have kind of ruined dating culturally. I also think the emphasis we've been putting on
what's with her fingers?
And she has hand tattoos too.
She has only 4 fingers. Look.
Scary.
Yeah, did you see that too?
Yeah.
No, hold on.
And that's
is that a
look?
No,
monster.
it's right there.
No, it's
She
right
has-
there.
Yeah.
Looks like a claw
who
from
are
Predator.
concerned and erring on the safe side. Obviously,
I was going to say, I didn't realize the lesbians were evolving that way.
I understand though.
Guys.
Lesbians. Like they say,
Why?
2 in the pink, 2 in the stink with this chick.
Men have gotten into
Look
their
at this, look at
heads, especially men who care a lot about not making a
So
woman
she
feel
has some
uncomfortable,
course
that they
trying to
would
do.
just err on the side of caution.
All these mid chicks with big noses.
Look
You
at
guys notice
her
that they're the ones that are
tattoos.
always
She has tattoos on her knuckles.
yeah.
Some women don't get it.
Ah! Sorry about the jump scare, guys. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Yikes, guys. Hold on.
Some women don't get asked out. Even when they're pretty and smart and have their whole life together. And a lot of people don't know this, but it has nothing to do with your value. Sometimes high value women, because that's what we are, get approached the least. And let me tell you why. First, you give off I'm good energy. You walk like you handle your own life. Men see that and think, well, she don't need me. Second, men are scared of rejection, like terrified. So if you look too put together, they assume you already got options, even when you don't.
Do you guys see? She's completely delusional, and she's trying to say some message like, "Oh, this is what men think," while trashing us at the same time.
But on top of that, shouldn't a person speak about what they know? And so she first of all, call herself high value. Second,
it's short circuiting because this chick's so delusional. You can't make sense. You can't make sense.
Because I've dealt with chicks like this before who would, you be polite to them and they swear you're hitting on them, and I'm like, sweetie, you couldn't even suck my damn toe.
Yeah, seriously.
That if you looked at my roster, you don't even hold an effing can. I'm actually offended. You would think I would even be attracted to someone like you, and that's what that's why I'm short circuiting. That's why my brain is short circuiting, because this chick, she's not even at best. At best, she's a 3.
Yeah, at best.
And you see how calibrated we are. You are not objectively beautiful, sweetie.
Yeah, sure.
Third, you might look unapproachable without meaning to, not in a rude way.
just your face, your pace, your focus. Men only approach women who look relaxed and open.
Like how a woman is supposed to look. Guys, isn't it funny? Guys, B-dubs are absolute demons. Dude, seriously. Guys, they're the worst. They're the absolute scum of the earth. Guys, B-dubs always like, oh, well, we get mistreated by the cops or mistreated by this. Guys, how do you think Becky gets out of tickets? White chicks, Asian chicks, they get pulled over. Oh, don't worry. You know, just slow down. But B-dubs, they get pulled over, right?
They do everything wrong.
And what's the first thing that they say when the cop walks up?
I'm gonna kill your bitch ass bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Feminine chicks that actually will. That look, these chicks are so demonic and stupid. They can't even weaponize their femininity. Guys, they don't even have it to weaponize. That's the thing that chicks have known throughout history, that they can start crying and get one dude to go kill another guy.
Yeah.
By lying or whatever. Wars have been started over feminine women, you know? So.
Fourth, a lot of men think you're already taken. Pretty women hear this all the time.
I'm sure you don't.
I thought you had a man. So then they don't even try. And fifth, you may not be in spaces that make conversation easy.
Dante said, "What? Well, guys, check this out. Hold on, let's do a little break here. Watch this. Guys, watch. Hold on. Guys, check this out. I don't know if there's music on this or not. I might need to. Hold on. Here it is. So this is an Indian chick, right? Watch. Watch. Wait for it. What? And probably in your 20s, someone tells you to shower daily. It's important you don't listen to them. Watch.
Well.
Someone says, I live in Toronto and I can smell this video.
Yes. Yeah. I was in Toronto recently. He's 100% right, dude. It's everyone's like that.
Look at that, man. Look at that. Well.
Taking a dump.
Well.
I'm seeing a lot of like hashtag.
Oh my god. It's Afro Man.
Misandrous, men hating, whatever.
What?
I'm seeing a lot of like hashtag misandrous, men hating, whatever videos, and like whatever. I don't care. But a big thing that I see on this is like, where are all the normal men at? All these men are like incels, or they're very materialistic and they don't care about women and stuff. And by the way, I'm not going to blame women in this video, because a lot of people that like make critiques of these people ultimately swing it back to women, where they're like, why aren't you choosing better men? Because men are out there and blah, blah, blah. I'm not about to do that. Anyways, I was thinking about my time in like middle, high school, college now, just going out in general and being around men and getting like inappropriately flirted with and touched and blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking about...
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Guys, do you honestly think that this dunderhead is out there getting harassed? And come on, man.
I'm offended by this trans man trying to tell. He is obviously trans.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
Experiences. And the reason I bring up like middle school and high school is that's because when these like incel tendencies start coming out, and I know like incel is more about like sex, but like it's also a mindset. Anyways, I think there are actually way more normal men out there.
Can I
men, I mean, like,
say something
they're
here?
just people.
Please do.
Yeah. This thing which he's saying about, teenage, like, they're in middle school, like we need to value purity a little bit more. Some people who are just incel means that you want to bang, but you kind of can't. Some people may just say, hey, like, I actually do want to like save it for marriage or have it be a special time too. Like, I'm saying men, but a woman would never value that. If anything, she just might want to take it to ruin it and then move on.
Yeah. Yep.
Like if you were in a chat room with them, if you couldn't see their face, you'd be like, man, this is probably a woman, because they're just normal people. I know there's like that whole saying of like the best man is an average woman. I'm talking about these men. I think there's a lot of men out there. The problem is the way that our society is making men and women interact, and the lies that it tells men, where it is like you need to be 6 foot and like all these materialistic things and like shallow things that nobody really cares about unless you subscribe to like this culture of being shallow. I don't really know the words to it right now. Like the people that LARP is like European trad couples, like trophy wife ex 20K CEO of I don't know. Anyways,
dude, this needs to stop. This needs to stop.
Guys, what is she talking about? guys, what? How long do you guys think she's been talking? She's been talking for a minute and 41 seconds, man. Come on.
What is she on snowboard?
Snowboard's got the forklift. He's ready to rock, you know?
Anyone else relates to this?
The forklift and the flower. So you can roll it in it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if anyone else relates to this, this juxtaposition in dating. So I'm just going to put it out there. Also, I'm waiting for my hair to set. That's why it looks like this. Okay,
Yes,
so
don't use semen for a hairstyling gel.
Guys, look at these lip fillers she has. You know what I'm saying?
Before I got in the relationship that I was in for a long time, now I'm single again, okay? But when I was younger,
you don't say.
I was not very confident in how I felt. I don't think I looked as cute. I think I was always cute, but I was not as cute, you know.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
No, I don't think I had an interesting life yet. I think I was ambitious, but I was still working out the kinks. I got approached left, right, and center. So many people wanted to take me on dates. Like they would approach me at bars. But now that I've been single for the past year, I feel like confident in myself. I feel better in how I look now. And I think I have an interesting life now. Like in order to be interesting, you have to have interest. No one's approaching me, you guys.
Because that has nothing to do with how dateable you are. A guy's not going to look at her from far away and be like, wow, she must have an interesting life, or she has her stuff together. Guys, she's crashed into the wall, right? She probably has RBF because Chad pumped and dumped, and now no guy wants anything to do with it.
It's crickets for the past year. No one's taking me on one date. And I'm not complaining. I'm not saying I'm not in a rush to get into a relationship again, but I don't know what it is. Why don't men approach you when you're more confident and you figure out how you look? Hello, tumbleweed. Sometimes I'll find out later after.
Hello, tumbleweeds. What an absolute dunderhead, guys. Come on.
You stupid woman. The fact through the grapevine or whatever that maybe someone that I crossed paths with thought I was cute, but they're not coming up to me and letting me know. So what is happening? Literally, what is happening? I don't get it.
Look at that, guys. This guy says, I'm never dating a woman that doesn't ask me out. It's not worth it. Someone says, the women in their early 20s are the most sought after. Sucks, but true facts. Yeah, guys, she probably wasted her friggin' 20s with friggin' Gavin, you know? Someone says, you're the man you want. You're a confident man. Facts. Look at that. This guy says, all the attributes that you named are what makes a man more attractive to a woman and not what makes a woman more attractive to a man. Facts. Look at that. What a joke. The old chick with a Starbucks cup. Uh-oh, nothing good's coming up out of this.
Talk about the number one thing that I hear from women, and it almost comes up in every consultation that I have. Why don't men approach me? Followed by, I've been told that I'm intimidating or that men are intimidated by me. I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you. In most cases, that is not what is going on. Here is what actually is happening. Men today are navigating in a totally different dating world. They're trying to be respectful. They don't want to come off as creepy. They don't want to interrupt you. They don't know if you're single or taken. They're terrified that they might end up as content, like here on TikTok. So what do? They usually hang back. And here's the other piece that women don't realize. Men need very clear, obvious signals that she's giving to him in order to have him approach. Not one signal, not two signals, 7 signals. Because neutral reads as a no. Polite reads as a no. Just a quick glance or a quick smile, that just one time still reads as a no. Women will be like, well, I looked at him or I smiled at him, but still at one time, he's not registering it. And online, I give the same advice. Women get online and they just sit and wait. So many women are like, well, I'm not going to say something first. I'm not going to be the person that's going to start the conversation. Even though they've matched, women still sit back and wait for him to make the first move. He still doesn't know whether or not she's open to having a conversation. Nudging and giving signals does not mean that you're chasing him. You're just literally letting him know it's safe, it's okay. And here's the part that always lands. Being approachable doesn't mean that you are dimming your strength. It means letting someone see the parts of you that are open. So men aren't approaching you because you're too intimidating. They're not approaching you because they don't know, they don't have the clearance to approach you. Anyway, I will stop there. If you want
All right, guys.
She made a decent point. One of them a little bit.
Yeah. This guy says, I was at Lowe's at 8:30 p.m. on a Friday night. I think me and this one woman were the only ones in the store. Then we happened to be in the same aisle. So she was easily a 9 and had no ring on. It would have been very easy to just strike up a conversation, but the risk wasn't worth it. I could just imagine her posting on social media that she can't even go to the hardware store without getting approached. I just grabbed the stuff that I needed and went home. It's a shame that it's come to this. Facts. Yep.
You know
That's
why
true.
she went to the hardware store? Because she wanted him to nut and bolt.
Because that's where all the other hoes are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa, we're trying to get nailed in there.
Here we go.
I need to crash out.
There's music in this one.
Men and men only. Why don't y'all approach women anymore? And if it don't apply, let it fly.
I have another.
This is for the
good
men who don't
example.
approach women.
What are you saying?
This is a little bit of a unique example, but oftentimes, even at like a ski or snowboard place, a single woman won't want to go with men. They'll actually let depending on how busy the lines are and stuff, they actually won't do that. Why? Because God forbid they have to sit in your presence.
Yeah.
Going up to, God forbid someone might say something. And so that's what I'm saying. That's a totally neutral environment. You're not there because you're a creep. You're there because you actually have a common interest. They will never say anything to you usually.
Yeah.
They'll just be sitting there on Snapchat. And if you say something to them, they'll just actually be fairly rude to you. It's not every time. It's not always like that, but it just goes to show the, when it is a real organic interaction, if you will, they still kind of have that attitude.
This chick right here. Look at this chick right here, guys. Look at that. Look at that.
She's not that bad.
Okay, here we go.
Question for the men. Why is it that men nowadays don't approach women in public anymore? I feel like back in the day, it was so common for men to walk up to women, have a little conversation, maybe ask them out on a date. But nowadays, it does not seem to be a thing anymore. Why? Question.
Look at that, guys. Why? Guys, why would, and there's always simps in their comments. You're gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Look Look at that, guys. All these simps in her comments. Look at that. Look, guys. We're hot and no men are approaching us. Look at that.
All facing themselves.
Yep. They're just mad because they had to buy their own drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at this. This guy says, we don't go clubbing for men. Also, why do men not approach us? Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, guys. This will be the last one, and then I'll shut this down.
About the men not approaching women thing. If you are a man and you are watching this, you have to be not afraid to be rejected. That's part of the game. That's part of being a man.
Isn't that nice that they can say this when they're doing when they're the ones doing the rejecting? Isn't it funny how that works?
You have to be okay with being rejected.
This is the same with marriage. They're the ones that are filing for divorce and getting the money and then shaming men who don't want to get married. It's the same thing, you know?
You can't be a beta. You can't be a pussy. You have to go up to women and be fine if she says no. That's it. And it's not a reflection on you. She's just not into you if she says no. But go up to women. If you see a cute girl at the gym, there's ways you can go up to women that aren't creepy. Like, you can be like, hey, do you need a spot? Like, say something about their form, or just like say hi.
Yeah,
just
right.
Say hi. It's so easy. If a girl's looking at you at a bar, go up to her. She wants you. If you see a cute girl at a bar, go up to her. You don't even have to buy her a drink. Just say hi. Compliment something about what she's wearing. Compliment like her hair, anything. It's not that hard. It's very easy. You just have to be not scared of getting rejected is the thing. That is part of being a man. So what? You want us to go up to you? So the girls have to not be scared to get rejected? That's what it's come to? No. As a man, you're the one that has to put yourself out there and be okay getting rejected. That's the risk that you take by being a man. So man up, everyone. Pull up your pants, find your man card, okay? Because I think you lost it, and go up to a girl.
We ain't going up to you, sweetheart.
This chick's hold on. This chick's an absolute demon. This chick here is everything wrong with modern women. Guys, put a 1 if you agree with me. This chick right here, right? This is probably the same chick that has Rosie the Riveter on her friggin' Facebook.
Yeah.
But then tries to shame us men and say man up, and then still complains about the patriarchy. This is them talking out of both sides of their neck. Guys, once again, a big-nosed mid chick is trying to shame us men.
Yeah.
Guys, this chick can let a cigarette in a rainstorm. Her nose is so big. Come on. And guys, she's getting cooked in these comments. Cooked.
Yeah, no, I mean,
absolutely cooked.
Yeah, dude, no, this chick with her schnauzer. Guys, if you ever find yourself in a position where you've got a big old huge stack of cash that needs to be counted, and you're like, God damn, this is going to take all day. Nah, you just call her, let her sniff it. She'll tell you how much it is.
Yeah, guys, this is absolute mess. Why would any guy put it? Wait, there's 2 more. Hey, guys, Seagrip, Snowboard, Steve, Lenny, all you white guys in the chat, guys, put a W in the chat for all you white guys. Guys, this is for you, all right? This is for you guys, okay?
This is a public service announcement for white men. It is okay to approach a Latina at the bar.
That part, yep.
It is okay to like a Latina. We are equals. We are pretty people. We are also equal to the blondes at the bar.
You guys see what they did there? You see that?
Yeah.
Ooh, they can't stand it when Blondie's getting all the dudes. That guys. Here's the thing. Why would you expect? Okay, that's crazy. Like, people of each group tend to talk to people of that same group, right? Guys, even nugs and stuff still talk to Keishas. Why would you get upset as a woman and you're of a different race and you see men of said race talking to the women of that race? You guys see how they talked about blondes? Guys, they're so salty. They're so salty, man. Whoa, that's what an absolute joke.
Or maybe. I don't wanna. Perhaps.
You guys look said a mid big nose chick, right?
Don't quote me on it, but please, it is okay to approach a Latina at the bar. It is okay.
And see, this is see her friend behind her.
Yeah,
That's who the
torta?
wingman goes with, and I
Yeah.
want that chick. I want her.
Yo. Oh man, Butthead says so. The day after Christmas, Thunderstruck says the day after Christmas, his wife of 31 years dumped him. He's a retired Navy commander. She gets half of his retirement. Do not get married. Hey man, hey bro, email me, and let me know if you want to come on and tell your story. And hey, Thunderstruck, dude, there's a guy Dan that calls in now and then. He's in Thailand. He's a major in the army. I think he's retired major or colonel or whatever. His wife cheated on him, gets half of his retirement. But the dude she cheated with gave her the herp derp. So he said that's the only thing that makes it worthwhile when he sees half of his pension took is the fact that she needs that Valtrex every day. Living the life I want. So
It is okay. I promise. It is okay. Please approach us. We are all one. We are begging. We're on our hands and knees. Please approach us. I'm on my knees. Like, what the fuck?
this is the most pathetic thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. A mid and a torta, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Guys, all you guys in the chat, all you guys who put a W, guys, yes or no? Would you ever in your right mind talk to these idiots?
Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Snowboard, the big torta, she'd be like, oh, papi, oh, this torta got a
You see
sauce. Yeah,
Snowboard.
hot sauce in my taco.
Snowboard goes back to his house. She's like, what are you doing? He's putting guacamole on his dong. What the hell is going on here? Don't be.
Yeah, and she better not be on that salsa that week.
Snowboard, he's carrying the Cholula hot
That's
sauce,
not your
right?
fat chick. That's mine.
No. You Hillary Clinton had the hot sauce in her first. Freaking Snowboard's got freaking Cholula and condoms in his wallet here. I think we have one more. Hold on. Here.
Considers herself as a woman who considers herself average at best and below average, like on a bad day, I don't think it's that crazy for men to say things like, I'm afraid of approaching women. Just be like, based on the fact that approaching is difficult, like you have to put your ego on the line. Somebody could be recording you. Your rejection could get posted, and they could reject you in a really mean way, especially if they're recording you, and you're not aware. But also, it's just hard to know when you're supposed to approach. Like, how are you supposed to know when somebody's open to receiving?
How is the B-dub like one of the better looking and like least annoying chicks that we've looked at? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy, right?
Like that sort of attention. And you might say, oh, it's body language, but it's like, are you supposed to look at them first? And how are you supposed to look at them to indicate that that's something that you're trying to do? You know, I feel like it's hard, it's difficult.
It's like a demon vampire teeth.
And it's scary. And
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Hopefully she doesn't have those things in when you get to her house.
I don't approach men. Like, I think it's just hard. I don't know, but you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. As a woman who considers...
Guys, what do you think? I think out of all the chicks we've seen, she's the most
level-headed.
Hope out of all of them. You know? So,
And
But
what
alright,
they
you guys-
could just say, hey, I want men to approach us because it makes me feel good, and I like turning them down some of the time, and me and my
Yeah.
girls laugh at it. They should just basically say that, and yeah, we do clown on you.
Yeah,
that's what they basically should pretty much say.
Guys, you want to see some crazy stuff? Guys, check this out. So, guys, we all know what I say about the ponytail patrol, right? And all that stuff. Guys, check this out right here.
Released today from the TBI. Data released today from the TBI shows
Watch this, guys.
more than 400 sober drivers in Tennessee were arrested for DUI.
Oh my God.
In 2024. It's the most wrongful arrests made in a single year since I started tracking the data from 2017. The police agency that made the most sober DUI arrests, the Tennessee Highway Patrol. One sober driver arrested by a state trooper for DUI is telling the personal and financial price he paid. Like hundreds of other drivers in Tennessee last year, Stephen Smart's blood work showed he was negative for alcohol and drugs. Still, he was arrested for DUI. And look how much he had to pay his lawyer to defend the charge.
Look at that.
Yep.
Well, obviously, it hurt a lot. You know, I mean, I had a little bit in savings, you know, and I had to put the rest on a credit card.
The data from the TBI released today showed 419 sober drivers were arrested for DUI in 2024 in Tennessee. The police department that made the most sober DUI arrests, the THP. 180 DUI arrests of sober people.
Wow, what a shame.
State troopers. 30 sober people arrested in the THP's Nashville region. 41 in Knoxville, where Smith was arrested. But keep in mind, Smith was arrested in 2025, meaning the problem continues.
I pretty much wiped my whole savings out. And then I had to start back over, you know.
I think this confirms that something does need to be.
AJ?
Yeah.
A ton of DUIs are because you're going out pursuing women. So many of them, that is
That's
a background cause of it.
Yeah.
Where
Just
are
stay
you?
home,
You're
guys.
out at a bar, you're drinking, or you go to her place, fool around a little bit, just enough for her to reject you. And you're drinking at her place, you think it might help, and then you're going home lit.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not blaming it all on them, but guaranteed that it can definitely play a part. It has for me.
Yep. Guys, stay home and drink at your house.
Done about, these improper DUI arrests.
The release of the sober DUI numbers comes after Senator Ramesh Akbari successfully passed legislation last year requiring the TBI to compile and release the data.
Certainly a significant jump going up to over 400 people.
That's nuts.
Our investigations revealed multiple state troopers making sober DUI arrests in previous years, with former troopers claiming,
"Look at that right there."
Intense pressure from leadership to make DUI arrests is partially leading to the wrongful arrests. Proof, they say, in this recorded audio of Chattanooga THP Captain Patrick Turner.
Arrest every DUI that you can get your hands on.
While the THP is no
I'm all in jail, man. Arrest every DUI. I'm saying no game, man. We need that money. We need that money.
longer responding to questions from WSMV4 Investigates, we did obtain emails through the Open Records Act from Captain Turner in 2025.
Damn.
And they reveal, in the wake of our sobering problem investigations, the same captain who urged troopers to make DUI arrests implemented an audit of what's called double negatives, meaning
bastard.
People were arrested for DUI, but were later found negative for alcohol and drugs. The emails show those audits repeatedly resulted in DUI refresher trainings for troopers who made sober DUI arrests. One sergeant writing to Turner, "I am aware of this and how much we are under the spotlight right now. It needs to start at the THP Academy. I am not sure what type of training they are getting there. I am not speaking badly at the academy.
Damn.
I just think things may be a bit rushed there."
No, this
But it's definitely worth pulling together a group.
It's all money, guys.
Yeah, and
No,
you know who
it's all
gets
money.
a kickback of this too? Who loves this? So when you get a DUI, generally it's probably different every state, but you got to take like classes
Yeah,
like
yeah.
state mandate class.
Yep.
They're actually a pretty educational class, and that class is usually a certain amount, and you just
Yeah.
have to
And the
sign
court
up for it.
costs.
The class might be you sign up for it now, but it's in 4 months or something.
Yeah.
They automatically are getting this money.
And the interlock people too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
also,
but you
right,
get a
it's-
little bit of a leaf blower for that.
I've had people use their kids
or the Tennessee.
Yeah.
To blow in the thing.
Oops.
Look at this, guys.
So I made a mistake.
All right, I do want to tell you about something else that the TBI added today. They pointed out that there are, quote, various substances that may impair a driver that the TBI doesn't test for. For obvious reasons, the TBI is not going to disclose
SSRI.
which substances those are. But in all of the cases that I've told you about, if the TBI's blood test shows no alcohol and no drugs, the charges have been dropped. Lauren?
Look at that. But that doesn't matter because you still had to go to court for it. What an absolute joke. Oh, guys, here. Last thing here, guys. This is the future for all modern women. Okay? Look at this. She's sitting there with her dog.
What does FET mean?
It's a part of IVF. It's
Okay.
a fetal something transfer. So
Okay.
watch.
So I'm gonna try to make.
She's with her dog.
Yeah.
Crying. Crying about her IVF didn't.
Even the dog looks disappointed.
I know, dude.
Yeah, I had a dog like
I
that.
cried, and I don't like recording myself crying. But I'm 8 days post embryo transfer, and I think it's failed. I woke up all night in the middle of the night, hot, sweaty, cramps in my stomach.
Maybe it's all these chemicals you're putting on your face, right?
Cramp, or my lower back was in excruciating pain. It's just like a weird
That's from
dull
Chad earlier.
lower back pain. I don't know how to describe it. I will say my appetite has decreased tremendously because I get sick every time I eat, but I'm still testing negative. So part of me is just trying to be realistic and think like maybe it's just some type of side effects from the progesterone. I really didn't have any symptoms starting the progesterone until the transfer happened. I feel like I've had like every symptom under the sun that you would have if you were pregnant. And now I'm just thinking like it's all just the meds. I don't really know. My husband
where the
did
Tylenol comes in.
find people talk about how they didn't test positive with an at-home test until they were like 16 days post-transfer, but their beta test came back. So he was like, he's holding out a lot of hope.
Guys, her husband,
beta.
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
You are well within your rights, and put a 1 if you agree to leave a woman who you can't have kids with. Straight up, guys, because you know that she probably waited too long, right? Guys, she has tattoos on her hands, so you probably know she's had like 3 or 4 baby deletions. Guys,
Yeah.
there's no reason why he should have to spend the time, the money, and the emotional labor to actually have to like do all this to have a kid with this chick. This is ridiculous, guys. She probably waited too long. She should have been having kids naturally in her 20s, you know? But this is any man who stays and puts up with this, a loser.
You
An idiot.
convinced me at this age. I felt the opposite until I had a conversation with you, and you made some really good points about that. I agree with you now.
Because if it was the other way around, and let's just say that you had like one of your testicles shot off or something, and you can't have any kids, you know that people would be like, your wife deserves to have children.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
should
It's true. Yeah, it's double
you.
standard.
Yeah, this is a case of where it's my body, my choice. It's saying my seed, my choice, basically.
Kathleen
and I want to
says-
pass it down.
Yeah, Kathleen says she had a daughter at 36. But Kathleen, there's a couple things. A, you're a little bit older, so you weren't popping Tylenol and on Zoloft and using all this makeup and chemicals that all these girls are doing now. You weren't on birth control since you were 14 and all this other stuff, right? So you're probably a little bit healthier by the time at 36 than these knuckleheads, you know? So guys,
and this girl's trying to do it at like 40 now.
I know someone that had one at 42, but it was a mistake kid, and they were in Russia where they're like
Mystic Mark says, I'm already a grandpa, but I'm still clapping cheeks and under 50. Look at this. But guys, yeah. There's no reason
well.
Right? Yeah. Guys, there's no reason why any man should put up with this. It's not your problem, guys. Oh yeah, Kathleen says she's 67. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're from a different era.
Oh wow, you missed out on all the microplastics.
Yeah, guys. Once again, her husband, he's an idiot. I would say, okay, if it's the age thing and you're struggling, leave immediately. Don't even try the IVF. But if she's young and you're having problems, then I can see she's 24 or 25. And that means it didn't wait too long. But her waiting too long, that's not your fault. That's not your problem.
Just don't have it in me to hold out that hope because I have to mentally prepare myself. I'm again still struggling to eat. My appetite is decreased. I do throw up every time I eat. So I just try to kind of avoid it as much as I can. Like I do eat, don't worry, but like I'm trying to do as minimal or small meals as possible so I'm not like throwing up a lot. I am just exhausted mentally. This process in general has taken so much from me in a year. It's almost completely destroyed my whole body. And
guys, IVF is no joke. It's expensive. It doesn't work. And guys, it's all one big cap and cope. And guys, it's a conspiracy. It really is. These doctors and these pharmaceuticals make billions. Billions and billions and billions.
In Israel. It's the only place in the world where it's free.
Yeah.
I really don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. If I'm going to be frank.
Nothing is free because that's
I started IVF.
Clipper.
Zero infertility issues.
Look at this guy over here. Look at this guy.
And at one point, I just my last clinic just did me so wrong that.
So guys, this is the second time. So they probably spent 20, 30, 40 grand.
A year of this guy's life too. And the man is stressed about this as well.
Yeah,
she's gonna financially wise, she's gonna put a lot of pressure on him just from the stress of it all. He has his own pressure. He might want the kid too, so it's also draining a lot from him as well.
Exactly. Yep. This is the second
if
time,
not more, if not equal to her.
Yep.
And nothing's gonna stick, even though this new clinic did a new surgery and they said everything looks good, but just part of me feels like some of the damage that Shady Grove did is just irreversible, and I'm just kind of at a loss right now. I just don't know. Again, my husband's gonna stay very optimistic. I'm gonna stay very realistic because I have to.
He's an idiot.
But IVF is literally, I would say, is my own fucking hell. And
she's right, guys. There's a UFC fighter. Hold on. Caitlin.
It's almost like the guy keeps egging her on.
Oh, guys, this chick right here. So she's a top 10 UFC fighter, and she took a year off to try and have a baby. IVF didn't work, so she had to take a fight. She's like, dude, fighting's 10 times easier than
oh my god! You figured she'd be perfectly healthy too.
No, because she's older. She's like 39, and she's been cutting weight. Guys, cutting weight is so bad for your hormones. It's for everything. She walks around like 145 pounds and cuts down to 125 pounds. That's 20 pounds. And it's not like she's like fat. You know what I'm saying? So that's just terrible for your system.
Yeah, and I think all the stress.
She is
a factor
37.
Too.
Yeah. So at 35, 36, she was trying to have a baby. and she just couldn't do it. So she did IVF, and she just said, yeah, like it's just hell because of the emotions and all this other stuff and the hormones, all this other stuff. And guys, this is the future for all modern women. You guys see her entire identity now is this crap?
Yeah.
Guys, there's no reason why her husband should be putting up with this.
And the thing is, AJ, it's like they built their own prison.
Yeah.
No one else did this. It was all their own decisions. They built their own jail brick by brick.
And also, like,
it.
I know I joke about the Tylenol thing a lot, but listen to all the symptoms she was having. She's like, you know, my back hurts. I'm getting headaches and all that. I think this is where you start to see a lot of these Tylenol kids happen more because they're having them late at life. It's not, it's in a pool of chemicals and stuff. It's not really the right way. Yeah. So they're taking, you know, the Tylenol and stuff to deal with the IVF and all this other crap. Like, you know, even just headaches alone, even just that from just the stress of it.
I don't go to doctors. I can't remember the last time I was at a doctor. I'm like knocking 40, you know, it's like, I'm fine because I don't do all these stupid, ridiculous things that people do. You know, I just go to work and just eat healthy. All you have to do.
Right, you guys.
So they're from 5 o'clock. Can you say the times again? When
5 p.m.
5 o'clock every weekday,
Eastern Standard Time, guys. Monday through Friday is from now on, right? We'll
nice. I'm loving that.
And then we'll still do the Sunday night lives. That'll be in the asteroid, you know, as usual. But guys, from now on, all the lives will be Monday through Friday, 5 to whenever we decide to end.
Yeah.
But all right, you guys, I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. Hit the join button, guys. You know. Yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Oh, and guys, if you want to join the Discord, guys, message me, email me, and I'll let you into the Discord. But
yeah, there's some gold on there.
Bye, guys. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Yeah.